Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish.
Good evening, lovely people. Hope you're well and welcome back to another Monday night live show. We are Team Kopish, and as always, when we get behind this mic, all that we ask is that you subscribe, comment, and like. As always, guys, in the comments, thank you for joining us. Please do make sure you keep comments respectful both to the panel here and also to each other. We really do take pride in our community. We want everyone to be respectful of each other despite different opinions. Matt Drift, how are we doing today, boys?
If I'm being honest, kind of frustrated, bro. I can't lie. Frustrated, very, very frustrated. But we know why, innit? We know why.
We'll talk.
We're gonna chop it up anyway.
We'll talk. So just go with it then, boys. I'm gonna ask the first question.
Okay,
yeah, I'm gonna rip it off. I'm gonna ask the first question.
Yeah.
Is Liverpool Football Club gonna make any more signings between now and the end of the transfer window? Yes or no? Just a one-word answer for now, and then we're gonna elaborate. So, Drift, I'll start with you. Yes or no?
Put a little whatever you want in the middle, a little hyphen to make it 2 words. Like fuck.
Matt?
No.
Okay. So my next question is, as things stand right now, do Liverpool need a winger / wide forward more or a centre midfielder more? Matt, I'll start with you this time.
Midfielder.
Drift?
It's not as simple as just one, so it's really difficult for me to answer that.
I got an answer though, bro.
Midfielder.
I'm actually going to go different to you guys. I'm actually going for a winger. Hear me out, Matt. Hear me out. You even try and hide your face. You're so Jamaican.
I was like, what?
All right, hear me out. I fully know we need a centre midfielder. I hear everyone on that. The reason why I say wide forward is more needed, even though a centre midfielder is of the highest importance as well, we actually have numbers in midfield. God forbid we lose Salah or Diaz, we have no one in the squad with electric pace or trickery to play in a wide forward position to create for the rest of the team or score goals. Tell me I'm lying, boys.
Cal, what you just said might on paper be true, but if I've got 4 loaves of bread in the cupboard but they're all moldy, have I really got bread in the cupboard? No, I don't, because I can't eat it. Now, I'm going to be honest with you lot, yeah? I just need to get this out of my system and then you lot can say whatever you want, because you lot know I had one of the worst weeks of my life last week, so I'm in no mood for any, I mean business. Like, I'm not on it. I got no patience. Tolerance is at 0 with all shit right now. But we're talking football, innit? So let's talk football. Anyone under 25 won't understand this. Anyone over 25 will fully understand this. It was a little bit hard to be a Liverpool fan growing up. All you did was get mocked, had the piss taken out of you, and all you had to do was watch Man United, then Chelsea, then Man City, buy up the place, whoever they want. Every summer, their fans are always excited. Big boy signings. Doesn't always have to be like an extravagant signing, but whatever the club need. Constantly, bang, all the time. Boom, boom, boom. Whatever they need. Boom, boom, boom. Just winning titles, winning Champions Leagues, just winning whatever the fuck there is out there to win. And we had to sit here as Liverpool fans and watch all them fucking heartache moments go by. All the struggling, all of the, just everything that we went through. Praying for the day when our club was on the level those clubs were at that time, so we could have our moment. The whole time, that's all we fucking hope for. So I don't care if I'm talking to Klopp right now. I don't care if I'm talking to Edwards, Ward, John Henry, the whole of the FSG pussy club. I don't care who I'm talking to right now. Whoever needs to hear this is who I'm talking to. Why have we reached the top of the mountain and now I still have to sit here and watch my club act like the same team they were back then when they were struggling, and we're not allowed to just have what we need? Why can't we ever just have what we need? Why is every fucking summer, oh, we haven't got this, we haven't got that. Oh, what about this? Oh, what about that? And I'm not saying it always came back to bite us. We won the league after that dead-ass summer where we didn't buy anybody. Thank God Robbo went 38 games and didn't get injured. Thank God Trent went 38 games and didn't get injured. Thank God Salah and Mane went 38 games and didn't get injured. Because if they did, what would we have done? And every summer, this same shit happens. Every summer, I hear Arsenal fans and Tottenham fans moaning they ain't made enough signings, and they've made about 6 each. And they're moaning they ain't made no signings. And we're sitting here with all these fucking children in the kindergarten and one marquee signing with about 3 positions we need to fill. And we are twiddling our thumbs talking about Naby is fucking a brilliant midfielder, world class, and Ox is dynamic. What the fuck am I listening to? What am I hearing? The pitch is dry, Klopp, yeah? No, Liverpool are dry. Our fucking funds are dry. Our transfer policy is dry. What's happening here? What is actually going on at Liverpool Football Club? And I don't care. I do not care if I sound spoiled because we've won some things along the way. Every fucking time we've won, it's been in spite of, not because of, our transfer policy. Every time. I'm sick of this shit.
But all right, so who's to blame for the transfer policy then?
All of them now, Cal. All of them. Fuck it, Klopp. All of them. I don't really care who it is anymore. They're all fucking about. All of them. How old do we have to get before we get it right? Why is it always next fucking summer? Every year. Do you know how fucking old I'm getting? Every year, next summer. This transfer, next summer. We might be able to do it January. What about that? Every year. How old does man have to get before it actually fucking happens? I probably won't even like football anymore when Liverpool start actually doing what needs to be done. Like, what is this? Fulham. We're already chasing City after 1 game. Fulham. Fucking hell. Don't get me started. James Milner, best centre midfielder in the game. Man, they were coming at me, and my boy was the one who held it up. Was the one who held it up. Came on and showed everybody what to do. What if Milner didn't come off the bench that game? We'd have fucking lost to Fulham. If James Milner never came off the bench, we would have fucking lost to Fulham.
I knew this. All 3 of them done their part, but Milner, Elliott, and Nunes were arguably the best players. But let me jump on to what you're saying, Jeff. Yeah, in terms of Liverpool, you think right now are just acting whatless. I wouldn't say we're acting whatless, but one thing I will say though is that we're not acting like a big club. The reason I say we're not acting like a big club is because if you can see you've got deficiencies, you try and amend. You make sure you ain't got no deficiencies, right? Man City done that. They were missing a striker. They went and got Haaland. They tried to get a left back. They didn't get him, but I think they'll still get one. Cancelo compared it anyway. They've realized other than maybe the left back spot, they've got no deficiencies in their team. We as fans know. So if we know, that means other teams know, other managers know. Our midfield. Shall we get onto our midfield?
More importantly, Klopp.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Before you go too far, Matt.
I'm not gonna go too far. I just gotta say how it is. Remember, no one. We ain't all spoken. Remember, it was silent. It was silent.
I hear that.
What I was gonna say is this: I won't go too deep because I know you got things you want to ask us. But in terms of like midfield, remember when I said like about a couple months ago, I was like our midfield needs surgery. I was like, it needs surgery. I still stand by that. It needs surgery. The flipping. The wing forward position, like you're right. Like if Nunes gets injured, as things stand right now, we are just left with Bobby Firmino because Jota's injured as well. Even if you go onto the flank, like the right hand side, like good night, Luma, love you. If Salah gets injured, we're already in trouble. Like there are deficiencies in our team that I'm surprised that FSG haven't decided to actually like do something about. And I don't know whether it's a thing where we have to start really putting some heat on Klopp because he keeps talking about, especially the midfield thing. Listen, our manager is one of the greatest to flipping manage Liverpool and coach Liverpool, yeah. But I can't lie though, I've had enough of the spiel about Morton has come off his diet, but then you sent him out on loan, but you said, oh, he's better in the 8. You said Oxlade-Chamberlain for the last 2 seasons is dynamic, but guess what? He's so dynamic that he's out again for another 3 months or how many months it is, yeah. Naby Keita, yes, I appreciate what he does and I want him to do well, but I can't be real, but I have to be real, bro. Man, we got to upgrade because the other day Naby Keita wasn't even fit for Fulham because he was ill. I can't lie, bro. I didn't even say nothing, but that for me just kind of sums up his Liverpool career. It actually sums it up. The man was ill, bro. He was ill. Ill with what? Bro, Michael Jordan played in the playoffs with the flu and was throwing up being sick, and my man's ill. Allow it. And they said it wasn't even COVID related, because if it was, that's a different story. He was just ill. Cool. Next person, Henderson. Bro, you fed the media lies 2 years ago.
You're going too deep. You're going
No,
too
no,
deep.
no. Let me. Man
No,
fed the media.
I wanted to come on to that. I wanted to go through all the different midfielders separately. So we'll come on to that. You're going too deep. Pause. You're going too deep. So I want to just go back a couple of steps here for both of you. So Drift, obviously you said what you said first. So I'll come to you first.
Do you guys remember this? Sorry to cut you. Do you guys want to smile? Do you remember when Klopp made this statement? Do you remember pre-season?
I do. Yeah, I do. All right, hear me out, Drift. I'm going to start with you because you made your points first. You said the transfer policy and blaming everyone. And look, I'm not here to sort of trying to pin blame on one person, but at the same time, if someone's to be blamed, they're to be blamed. If let's say, for example, flipping Allison let the ball through his legs and we drew a game or lost a game, Ali has to take the blame for it. So I'm gonna just shoot straight from the hip here. When Klopp's coming out and saying 1 week, if someone decides to leave or we get a lot of injuries, then may look into the market or go into the market. Until that happens, we won't change our policy. Now we're in a position like that. He still turned around and says, well, we still have enough. I can't justify blaming anyone else but Klopp if this goes tits up. I've got to be honest, because he's the spokesperson. He's the one who's part of this, and he's the one leading it from my point of view. Or else for me, he wouldn't have signed a new contract. So yeah, FSG might be able to release more funds and all this, but if you look at any team in the league, no team in the league has an absolutely perfect squad. Not even Manchester City.
That's true. No, that's true.
But we are in a position, in my opinion, where we don't need much to have a perfect squad. And again, for us, I speak for us three. It's never really been about the money in terms of a player's got to cost 90, 80, 60 million. It's got to be about who's the right players. If we can get a cheap player who's sick, we all sit up here and we laugh and we gloat and say, Man United are spending this on who and we're spending this on what, and look what we're getting from our.
Look at Simicas.
All right. Prime example.
Yeah.
But Drift, I have to ask you, why is Klopp not getting all the smoke from you per se for this? Because he's the one who keeps on defending what he's doing right now. Basuma went for 25 mil earlier in the summer. Fabio Vieira went for quite cheap. Mateus Nunes is available. Frankie de Jong wants out of Barcelona. There's so many players, bro.
Another one went under the radar. You know, Vitinha went to PSG.
Vitinha went to PSG.
Bro, he's another baller. But anyway, yeah, go on.
So Drift, why is it Klopp for you still doesn't hold all the smoke? Because for me, he's moving kind of like Wenger at the moment.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. But we all know Wenger was protecting the board. And we know that Wenger would not have done things exactly the way he did it if the board had been moving correctly and he didn't have to defend him. So I don't really know who's to blame, if I'm being completely honest with you. Like, I think it is a collection of all of them.
So I'd cut you again, though. When we speak about Wenger protecting the board and that, there are some elements of truth to that, possibly. But is it not arguable to say that since Wenger's left, Arsenal spent more money than you could ever believe they would? So could you not argue that Wenger was just doing his thing and not wanting to spend big money because he comes maybe from that era where they didn't have to spend big money to get top quality players and turn diamonds from the rough? Maybe it was Wenger who said, I don't really want to spend big money. You yourself said it a couple of weeks ago, bro, where you were like, I understand why the club don't make big money signings because look how they get scrutinized with Nunes, for example. Could that not be Klopp's thinking as well, saying, I just don't want to spend that sort of money. I want to develop Harvey Elliott. I want to develop Carvalho. Could that not be him as opposed to, again, it coming back to the owners?
To a degree, I know Klopp loves developing players. That's his thing. So I don't doubt that that might be the case. But I don't believe Arsenal started to spend money until they finished 8th and realised, rah, we're actually in the mud here.
No,
because remember,
money before that, brother.
Nah, not really. How much money did they give Emery? Not much.
Bro, he bought Pepe and a couple other man, bro.
I think there's a.
All right. Well, if that's the case, they gave Wenger 50 mil, Lacazette 60 mil, Aubameyang. So they did kind of spend money with
yeah,
Wenger.
when Wenger wanted to.
But he still protected the board for the majority of, say, about the last maybe 7 to 8 years of his tenure. He was kind of protecting them, and he was taking the blame, and he was taking the heat. And I'm not saying that they didn't spend any money. FSG have spent money, but what the problem is that they're not doing all of the right things when they're needed to be done. As you said, we're not sitting here saying every time it has to be a Darwin Núñez for 68 million. That it doesn't have to be that all the time. It really doesn't. But you have to get what we need.
All right,
you
but
have to get what we need.
Where's the space in the squad, bro?
You get rid of the players that aren't good enough anymore.
Sorry to interrupt. Ismail Assar has just scored an absolute... Bro, man scored near the halfway line.
Yeah, we should have had him about 3-4 years ago.
Oh my God.
So for me personally, I don't really know who to blame. So I'm just blaming them all. I tell you why I will blame Klopp. And this is the thing as well. What people need to definitely make sure they take in context is you can love somebody and feel that they're the right person for the job, but still know that they're not perfect and be annoyed at the mistakes they make. So when people start going too far in the criticism of Klopp, that's where I'm not on board. But where I am on board in terms of like, look, just because he's Klopp doesn't mean he's above criticism. It's 2022 and Bobby is still the starting number 9. You lot know I've said this a million times. I love Bobby.
I've got to stop you right there.
At the club. Starting number 9, though, I was fucking done with that 18 months ago.
All right,
bro.
So I'm going to ask you straight now, both of you. Should Bobby get a new contract? Yes or no?
Yes, at a cut wage.
Yeah, but not as the number 9.
But hold on. What justification has he got to get a new contract?
Bro, okay,
he's a utility player who can play a number of positions and is a good option.
Hold on.
No.
No, wait. I'm asking genuine questions.
He can play the 10.
Can he though? Can he? What evidence is there?
All right. What evidence? Brother, his playing style suits. All right, let me ask you this year. Against Fulham.
Does it though, Matt?
No. Hear me out.
On a deep level, think about it, bro.
Hear me out. When we played against Fulham, he was doing the false 19. Bro, it was so false that my man at one point, remember we was watching it, Kyle, I was like, why is he at right back? Bro, he's actually like lost his I don't even know what the word is. Like, Bobby Firmino's got to a point in his career where he's not even bothered about scoring. He just wants to create and play good football. Now, here's the thing. We can make that work. I'm not trying to say he has to stay, but I still feel like there's a player there. If there's a player there, see what he can do. This is where I will challenge Klopp to be like, listen, you say Bobby Firmino is still the brain of the team. Well, if that's the case, Klopp, why not play him in a role that his skill set matches? He was born as a 10, played as a secondary striker at Hoffenheim, which was kind of a 10 anyway because he played off the striker, like the Bergkamp kind of role team. And he's come to Liverpool and basically been a 10 anyway because we do the whole, when he was in his prime, it was more like a 4-3-1-2 than a 4-3-3. Bro, at least try him. Here's the thing what I will say. If we try him in a 10 and it doesn't work, we got our answer. But here's the thing, though. It's kind of frustrating that we right now we can't give a definitive answer because Klopp is playing him as a false 9. Bro, in the preview, I said I don't want to see Bobby Firmino start the game. I said Núñez should be starting. A lot of people were saying, no, Matt, do you know what? Núñez is an impact player. Let him come on for the 30 minutes, whatever. And that's fine because Núñez is an impact player. But one thing it showed me, Bro, Nunes created so much havoc in like 10 minutes. He done more than what Bobby done for the whole time he was on the pitch. But I could already see that. You know why? Teams know how to play against Bobby Firmino in the false nine. They don't know how to play against Nunes. They don't know how to play against Haaland. They are aggressive centre forwards who will stretch the defense. No matter who you put on them, they're just going to create bare havoc for you.
All right, hear me out. You guys are going to cuss me after the show. You might even cuss me now. But I asked you both that question because I wanted to catch you both out. And I kind of did. You both gave me the answer I wanted. You guys want to both keep Firmino. I'm going to be real with you. And it's me shooting and being completely honest. Bobby Firmino hasn't done enough to earn a new contract, in my opinion, for Liverpool Football Club. But what I will say, in the same way you guys don't want us to lose Firmino, Klopp doesn't want to lose players like Ox, Cater and all that because he's a father figure for those people. So in the same way, we all sit here and cuss Klopp for being too sentimental. We're kind of doing the same thing.
No,
so if it's hard, now hear me out, Drew.
No,
hear me out. If it's hard for
not.
us to say bye to someone like a Firmino, isn't it going to be hard for Klopp to do it as well? And I'm not trying to justify what he's doing.
But I gave a parameter.
So
Sorry, Jeff, just quickly, and Jeff will probably agree with me. I gave a parameter because I said, put him in a 10 and see what he can do.
But we know we don't play with a 10, no, Matt. And I'm not saying you're wrong, by the way, but you know deep down we ain't going to play with a 10. In the same way, we know deep down we ain't going to play with 3 at the back.
Bro, but here's another thing as well, though, and this kind of goes back into it as well. If Klopp really wants to just stick with formation for the sake of it, because he feels like these are the players that make the formation, I can't lie to you, our manager needs to be a bit more tactically like flexible, because it can't just be 4-3-3, 4-3-3, 4-3-3 when teams know how to play again. You switch it up a bit. And we're acting like Klopp has never played a 4-2-3-1. We know that he's not necessarily going to go there. But, bro, you've played it before. You know how to make it work. You've got the Carvalho. This is another thing that's kind of mad. Carvalho is a 10, a pure 10. And you're telling me you want to try and mold him into Coutinho. I don't want to keep using that thing because they're two different like, I get it, skill set, whatever, but it's not Coutinho. Why have we got to keep reverting back to, we've got to change Carvalho into Coutinho? Bun all that, bro. Play the man where he plays. He plays as a 10. Why not do the 4-2-3-1? That's on our manager. That's not an FSG, you know. That's on Klopp.
And
I have to be honest.
That's what I was going to get to
Klopp,
next.
Play the players where they're supposed to be playing.
We see here
before we move on, okay, let me talk about Bobby.
Am I lying, Drift?
I don't want
about
to
the
bring it back
parameter
to Bobby. Yeah. All right. There's 2 caveats, Cal. The first one is I said on a lower wage, and I actually mean half as well. I know that might sound thingy, but he's on 180 grand. He should be down to about 90. James Milner went down to what, 50? I think he should go down to about 90 and be happy with that.
Is that confirmed that James Milner's gone down to 50?
I don't know about that.
I mean, that was what the rumors were at the time when he signed the contract.
I'd be very surprised.
I don't know if he's 50.
So, all right, even if he hasn't, Bobby should still get halved. He's on 180. He should get halved.
Okay,
he doesn't deserve 180.
Mm.
And I think he's a very, very good squad player. I've said this before. He definitely has a lot to give Liverpool still. He's only 31, but it's off the bench. It's when the other players are tired. It's when the tactics need to be changed a little bit. It's when dropping deep into the pockets of space can open up things because the defense are tired and they're switched off and they're not thinking. We saw it last season when he was coming off of the bench. He was being impactful. He can now be the new Origi. Firmino can now become what Origi was, where he will come off the bench and he will cause havoc for the last 20 minutes, switch things up, and whichever way it creates something, it does. Whether it's he scores, other people score, whatever it is. I think he can be very good at that, even if it is as a false 9, as a number 10, as a roaming 8, as an advanced 8, whatever it may be. I think that he can come on for 20 minutes here or there, and in cup games, be one of the senior players. We still want to try and win FA Cup, League Cup, Champions League games where we don't need to win because we might already be through the group, whatever it may be. Bobby can still fit in and do all of that. He is still a top quality player, but his legs cannot handle being a starting man in the team, pressing from the front, and doing what we do. Because as Matt said, people have figured him out and he no longer has the energy to be able to be what he used to be. But the second caveat is, Cal, if you're saying there's space needed in the group, I'm not above saying, Bobby, I love you. No, but if it's you that's got a cut for us to get a player, then Bobby, you've got a cut. I lost Mane and Origi in one summer. I don't give a fuck about sentiment anymore.
But this is my next question, Drift. So if you're saying Bobby can do all those things from the bench, but he can't do it as a starter, Can't we go and get someone who's on less wages than him, who's younger than him, who can do it, whether they're a
We
starter
got
or
Jota.
100%?
We got Jota though.
But you guys are saying he's a utility man. He can play false 9, he can play 9, or he can play
His
10.
skill set is different from Jota and Nunes. That's why we're saying that.
No, I agree, but I'm saying, can we not go and get someone who can do what he used to be able to do?
No. We could.
If he has to be sacrificed, yeah.
Then yeah.
Like now I'm at that point, Cal. Like I said, I lost Origi and Mane in one summer. Sentiment is fully gone out the window now, bro. Fully gone out the window. Like if you got a cut for the better of the team, so be it. But I don't think he's the one that should be gotten rid of. I think there are a lot of players that should go before Firmino.
No, that is without debate. Like there's no debate there. But I'm talking about in terms of
100%.
let's be honest. Ox ain't going anywhere because he's injured. Naby, it doesn't seem like he's going anywhere.
No, I think Naby's leaves. I don't think he signs. No,
but he's not leaving this summer though. That's the point.
No, not this.
Yeah, so again, this summer. Even if we want to get someone now,
heard it here first.
Klopp kind of made it clear and said, I don't want to lose anyone unless someone comes to me and says they want to leave. So again, Mateus Nunes could be sitting there saying, I want Liverpool. But if Klopp's not making space for him in the squad, we can't go and get Nunes. We can't go and get Pele or Maradona because there's no space in the squad. So we need to actually let players leave first.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. I don't even know if you guys are following Leicester. You know Leicester ain't signed anyone, innit?
Yeah, no.
You know why that is? They've got no space in their squad.
But do you know what it is? That's where you have to make space. If you're a top club, I'm not. All right, so here's the thing, yeah. What you're saying, Cal, is absolutely spot on. I'm not even gonna deny what you're saying is true because it is. It's factual. But one thing I've noticed, yeah. Sometimes you have to get harsh in football, and as fans, we might not like it. Players might not like it. Whatever. PSG have had so many players that they want to get off the wages. They basically just told them, "You got no future. You better go find a new contract." But they've done it to Gini Wijnaldum. They literally said, "If you don't find a new contract, you basically are not playing. You won't even be registered, bro." Gini Wijnaldum ended up at Roma. They're trying to do the same thing with Paredes, but they haven't managed to shift him yet. I think they were trying to get him to Juve. But there's bare players, PSG have finally decided to go, we've had enough of them. That's why they was able to bring in Vitinha. They're trying to also bring in Fabian Ruiz as well. And I think one other player. Bro, it just got to a point where they're like, we've got too many players on high wages. You're not good enough. You need to go and we're going to make you go. And I understand that it's not always the right thing to do because no one would want that like forced upon them, innit? Like you're at your job, your career, and someone tells you, you just got to go. However, that's the walk of life in football. It's like if a club feels like you're not good enough, unfortunately, you have to find a compromise somewhere. And this is why what I will say is like we have to be a bit more ruthless. Maybe we're not being ruthless enough in terms of maybe how we should describe ourselves. I think it's the ruthlessness of Liverpool as a whole. I think we do things. Hear what I'm about to say. We make moves. We brought in 3 players, but we're not ruthless because I think ruthless would mean you get rid of the players that Klopp should know are not good enough anymore. Be ruthless, Klopp. Don't say things like, yeah, we're relying on Oxlade-Chamberlain because you know you're not really going to rely on him, but you respect him and you feel like he's done a lot for you and he's probably stuck by you. But, bro, you have to be ruthless because just like you said, yeah, I don't know whether it was Drift or you, Cal, one of you said like he could turn into the new Wenger. And I can't lie, that's a worrying thing because as great as Arsene Wenger is, Arsene Wenger, one of the greatest, but at the end, it became a loyalty thing. It was just a loyalty thing. Man let Van Persie go to Man United on a loyalty thing, bro. Man was like, you know what? You're like my son, you know. True, so you could have split it before. I'm gonna let you get your move. But and maybe that was over his head. Maybe it was the Arsenal hierarchy that just said Wenger, he's going there anyway. But we can't be like that. If we go like that, we're gonna take like 3-4 steps back, and we'll go back to that Liverpool that Drift was talking about, where you put your hand up. Oh, what's Liverpool? Yeah, me still. Oh, what you, man? What was the last time you lot won the league? What, 20 years ago, yeah? I'm not going back there. I ain't going back there.
So I'm not going back. All right, so let me go to the next question. Is this situation in centre midfield, is it reminiscent of what happened back in 2020 and 2021 with centre backs? Before you answer though, obviously Thiago's injured. As things stand, Curtis Jones is also injured. And Ox, so
is
that's
Curtis
3 out.
injured?
Curtis
He's
is
injured,
injured as
bro.
well. He's got calf
He's
problem.
injured, bro.
Ah, fucking hell, man. Put
So
him in
that-
the off of the Koofy category, man. Fucking
that's-
get rid of him as well. I'm sick of all these, man.
That's 3 players
Fucking
injured at
hell,
the
man.
moment.
Oh, but you said his future captain. What do you mean?
Yeah, we all make mistakes, innit?
I said Curtis. Yeah, go
So
on,
that's
go on.
3 players.
Yeah.
As things stand, Naby's coming back off being ill, so he should be available for the next game.
Is he going to be all right? Because he's coming back off an illness.
I'm just as
I'm not-
Gunani would say,
I'm not-
don't
no,
shoot the
I'm-
messenger.
I'm the
Nah,
one
listen,
saying it.
the rumors
I'm
are
the
it was
one
hay
saying it.
fever. Get rid of this, brother, man.
Hold on,
I'm-
don't disrespect hay fever, bro.
Nah, yeah, I've got
I've
hay
had
fever. I'm
many
not going to lie.
sleepless nights,
It's a
bro.
matter.
No, but bro, you got to make a decision. You got hay fever and you want to be a professional football. That means you got to play on grass. What's hay fever? It's a pollen situation. It's grass related. That means that you're the one who
That's true,
occupational
that's true,
hazard.
No, I played with hay fever. I doubt it was
Yeah,
hay fever.
I
right?
played hay fever.
Occupational hazard, right? Take
I
some.
doubt-
What's
I
the
mean,
what's
I
the thing?
doubt he-
Benadryl.
What it is? Let me
I
keep
doubt
it
he
a
was
buck.
out because of hay fever.
Yeah, it wasn't hay fever. I'll keep it a buck 50 though.
I wouldn't be surprised if man just
all-
tripped over in his back garden, bro, and had a headache.
All I say is this about Naby Keita, yeah. It just sums him up, innit? It really does. I mean, he could come back for all I know and have an absolute stormer against Palace. That's if he plays. I don't know. But all I know is this. Our midfield needs surgery. And you just made me remember what I was going to say. So I appreciate it. Let me get onto it now.
Go.
Thiago, world class, injury prone. Missed 14 games in his first season. Missed 13 games last season.
No, Matt, you just took a segment, bro. You just took a segment, Matt. You're doing too much, bro. You're doing too much.
All right, I won't say no more. When we get to that segment,
I'm
let
not
me
so
know.
prep here, bro.
Bro, all right, let me know. Let me know when I'm able to land.
Bro.
Because right now I'm asking to land and I can't land. Man's just out there.
That's because I'm saying the runway's not clear yet, bro.
Yeah, but there's a storm coming. You know, like that. There's a storm. But whenever you're ready, because I really want to dissect the midfield. And the thing is, I'm going to be truthful about every single player that you might not think I had an opinion on. Trust me.
No, I hear you. My question still stands. Is this similar to the situation when we're losing our centre backs, or when we went into the season a centre back short?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, obviously, without the injuries of the whole season, but yeah, it pretty much is. You look at this. No, go on.
My last question on this segment before we move on to Thiago, thanks, Matt, is have Liverpool put themselves in a position now where they actually will make it harder for themselves to sign someone if they want someone? So let's say, for example, Klopp changes his mind and says, look, I want a centre midfielder. The selling club, who may have sold for maybe 35 million for Nunez at the beginning of the window, will now look at Klopp and go, oh, you want him now? Because you're in dire situation, right? It's not 35 anymore. It's 55. Are we in a position where we could get fleeced?
I mean, we never get fleeced, but we'll just walk away. That's what the problem will be. We wouldn't get fleeced. We'll just walk away.
I think the way how
no one's ever fleeced us. We just walk away.
It's very rare we get fleeced. Maybe we have done the line, but it's very rare. But one thing I think what Cal's alluding to is, could there be a chance?
Fleece for Ox. We got fleece for Naby as well.
I don't agree with both of those.
No.
I think hindsight.
At the time, we didn't get fleeced.
Bro, I just want to let you know, both of them cost 100 million combined. We got
No, but that's not the point. At the time, we weren't getting fleeced. At the time, we were getting 2 very good players on 2 very good deals.
Especially Naby.
Hindsight
at the time,
didn't it?
No, this is what I was gonna say. No. At the time, we weren't being fleeced, but obviously you look at it now because of how their careers have panned out.
How many times were you thirsty and paid £2.50 for a drink? And at the time, you thought it was a good deal because you're thirsty.
No.
And now you realise, right? I got robbed.
No, Drift. No,
£2.30.
£2.50 for a glass.
Water.
This is why you know my tactics when I go out
And it was
to clubs
tap.
and stuff. What do I do?
I said £2.50 for government juice.
I'm
my
not paying
days.
Man said it was
£2.50 for a
tap.
drink. I'm going home with a dry mouth because I know I'm getting fleeced.
No,
I know how much
I'm
the
talking about that passed out thirsty, Cal. That passed out thirsty.
He's talking about He's talking about one of them ones where it's like, even the lips are
Yeah,
dry.
well, that's
you
not
can
getting fleeced. Then
you
that's
can
just
feel
what
the
you got
crack.
used to survive.
You can feel the crack, and you're thinking £2.30 for that smart water that's got bare salt in it. Yeah, you know what? I'll just take that. It's
But
one of them ones,
I
bro.
still disagree. I don't think we got robbed for Nabiora.
Big up smart water in case you want to sponsor
At the
us.
time, I think they were fantastic deals. They just haven't worked out.
No, I
think
agree.
can happen
No,
in
yeah,
time.
yeah, and that's
I
why I
agree.
said hindsight is 2020.
No, just right. I think it's hindsight. When you look at it now, even I would say we got fleeced, but back then, no, we didn't. Because at the time, we thought we was getting 2 top quality midfielders, and we thought, boom, you know what I mean? Midfield is set. Do you know what's so mad though? And this is why I'm gonna make you man might laugh at this. 27. I hope I haven't spoiled another segment because this is just me head topping now, off the top of my head now. 2017, 2018, if I'm not mistaken, no, 2018, 2019, sorry. Our midfield was like Fabinho, Henderson, and Wijnaldum, and Milner. Yeah? Those were the 4 key midfielders.
For the most
Fabinho,
part.
Henderson, Milner, Wijnaldum.
Lallana played a few games as well.
Yeah? Because Fabinho came in 2018-19 season. Do you realize we're in 2022 and only one of them has left? One of them's 32. The guy that's brought in is now 31, 32. And James Milner is going to be 37.
No,
Bro, I
36,
can't
he's not
36. I can't lie to you. Drift, I'm trying to think of an analogy and I can't think of one. That is like, when you buy your TV for the first time and you stick with the same batteries and you will literally wait until the TV screen says you got to change your batteries.
them
Bro,
ones.
yeah,
Rolling them.
it's all clapping at the thing.
Putting them in the fridge.
Bro,
that's
it's been a year and a half. You haven't changed your batteries. You do realize after about 12 months, you could have changed it, right? You do realize you didn't have to wait for the thing to come up.
What happened? You know what happens when they actually die? You just suck it up and get up and go to the TV and press the button on the TV. You don't get new batteries.
Yeah. No, you do, Drift. I got one for you. Do you know what you do? You take it out of something else in the house, another appliance. An appliance that you don't use. You might take out one battery, the stronger battery, put it in and you rub it, do a little blow and you think, all right, I'm good to go. I can't
them ones, you, just to get the positive and negative, you take one good battery, one bad battery, put one good battery, one bad battery in both, and done out both batteries real quick. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's what Liverpool do. We're thirsty. We've got no drink and we still buy
Thiago.
That's who Liverpool are.
We got Thiago. He was the good battery. The other batteries are still there. It's just long. I can't. I'm waiting for the segment to unleash, bro. I'm waiting for that segment.
All right. Let me help some of the super
wait,
chats, and then we're going to speak about Thiago.
Yeah.
So Chris says facts drift is mental torture. TG Rocks says this is a therapy session I needed. M's A, happy birthday to Kop-Ish Leo gang. Mine was on the 4th. Hey, big up.
Hey, big up.
Come on. Vex Blazer says, which numbers? A 19-year-old Harvey and Carvalho ain't prem proven. A Naby K that's always injured. A Thiago is always injured. You meant a 62-year-old Milner. Got it. Now, look, I hear you. I'm not even saying midfield's great. But as I said, you take out Salah or Diaz, there is literally no one who can come in and do what they do. No one.
No one. But you know what, though? I would rather Diaz is injured and you can put worst case scenario, Jota or a Carvalho there. Only because skill set, they might do something.
But they don't. But that's like me saying you could put Bobby in the 8.
No. But okay, all right, I will say this: Jota can play there. We've seen Jota play there, so we might not like it, but he can play there. Jota can actually play there. Jota's backup left wing, if you want to call it like that, bro. If we lose Thiago and we just have who steps in?
Naby. Cartel Cannavaro says, God bless Drifty. Waited so long for these bombs. LFC R786 says, Cal, clip the drift segment up, brother. Also goes and say, Matt, that literally proves Klopp is gassing. Yeah, that's true as well. Callie says, remember when we all thought Pep was the biggest liar? Klopp is a liar and propaganda merchant with a nice smile and great teeth. Sick of the doo-doo. Jamrock says Wenger and Klopp romanticize how they believe a club should be run and build. I don't think for a minute these coaches would coach Real Madrid, Barcelona, Chelsea, United. I mean, my other point there, Klopp did say he wasn't going to go Man. He rejected Man United outright.
They do what football should be like. Unfortunately, it isn't. So you have to rough with the smooth, innit? That's the problem. You have to. Ain't no time for romance. This ain't no fucking Jennifer Aniston movie. Nah, this is Green Street.
That's a Green Street.
I said this ain't a rom-com, you know. This is the real thing. This is the raid. This is the raid, blood. Kill or be killed, bro. This is the raid.
Sultan says, big up Kop-Ish. What's going on, Drift? Been a minute, bro. And for me, Klopp is to blame. He is satisfied with the midfielders. It's clear to see that.
Big up Sultan, man.
Troy M said, little silver lining in 2022, United are building the strongest 2017 West Ham squad. Away fans should blow bubbles at Old Trafford games in 2 weeks. Let's just get through that game first, because
I can't even enjoy Man U's downfall.
Oh, I can.
For real. No. But when you're not doing, you know what it is? When you're not doing well yourself, it's just.
It's one game. All right, let's hold.
It is one game. No, of course.
One game.
We understand that, but
game.
We understand. We're not talking about
we're doing badly as a club.
No. We're not sitting there saying relegation or we're gonna not make top 4. We're sitting there knowing already we haven't. Imagine this: after one game, we're facing an uphill battle to take the title from City. After one game,
we dropped the baton on the first leg, Matt. The first 100, and we dropped the baton, bro. Joke.
Very true. Shout out to Bayesian Bars for your generous donation.
It's mad. Big up Bayesian.
Fellas, blessed as always. Midfield's thin, and we're acting like a small-minded team. Thiago is unreliable and can't be relied on. Klopp blaming a dry pitch, bun that. Klopp and FSG need to hold smoke and do something, or we will be in trouble.
Yeah, when he said the dry pitch, I honestly just thought to myself, bro, you're everyone's like dad and granddad. You are the godfather to us, but right now you're chatting doo-doo. You can't talk about dry pitch. What Fulham? If it's a dry pitch, what? How comes Fulham didn't have problems with the dry pitch? They made Mitrovic look like Ibrahimovic, bro. Man was all twisting up Virgil.
Yeah, that was
for all the Naruto fans out there. I lie. Virgil thought he was looking at a shadow clone, bro. I don't know what.
We got to talk about Virgil, you know. We have to talk about Virgil.
Have you ever seen Virgil look so flat-footed?
No, we got to talk about Virgil.
No, have you seen Virgil look so flat-footed?
Today, we're sticking to schedule
bro,
today.
I love Virgil. Virgil is my guy. We've met Virgil.
Virgil's starting to believe his own hype, and I think he needs to get back to basics.
It's not about believing in own hype.
One game, guys. This is what I mean.
No, it's not one game, you know, Cal. It's not one game. It's not. Virgil does this casual defending thing all the time, bruv.
So when was the last time Virgil had a stinker?
Champions League final.
He didn't have a stinker in the Champions League final.
Maybe not a stinker, but he made mistakes that cost goals. I'm just saying, Virgil started to believe his own hype.
He made Mitrovic look like Ibrahimovic. He got bullied by Mitrovic though.
That game.
He got bullied by Mitrovic.
Virgil's still Virgil, but he believes in his own hype a bit now, I believe. And I think he's got to stop this lackadaisical defending.
It's not that. I think what
I've said it a long time ago. I'm not just saying it because of now.
I said this is where I was this is where I was slightly defend Virgil. It's not like what it is with Virgil, yeah. I think there's times when he drops off and feels like I'm gonna wait for the right moment to engage. He feels like, oh, do you know what? I'm gonna wait for you to do what you need to do, and then I'm gonna go and get the ball. What it is though is at times people are very aggressive and they're not gonna hesitate to do what they need to do. I think Virgil at times kind of feels like, okay, I know what you're gonna do, and I'm gonna stop it. But sometimes it's just like cut off the source straight away. Don't let the man, don't give him time. Don't let him think that he's even got that half a second that he think he might have. I think that's what it is with Virgil. And not only that, Virgil plays like a defender should, you know, because he doesn't just dive in all the time like an Antonio Rudiger, like how we were saying just before. Like, as much as I rate Rudiger, bro, my man just sees the ball and just thinks like it's, I don't know, like
headless chicken.
Do you know what I mean? Headless chicken. But one thing I will say is, at times, I think he might rely on one of his teammates to maybe, like, because if he holds up the attacker, he feels like, okay, someone's going to come and get the ball, or I can nip in and get it. He does this little thing every now and again. I think it's rustiness. I don't think it's something we should worry about, but I also know maybe as well, if Liverpool feel like he's not up to speed, it's our duty to protect him. And just because he's Virgil van Dijk,
I don't think it's that, Matt.
Sorry,
I
guys.
genuinely don't think it's that. Look at the
Guys,
Inter
it's not
Milan
kind of
game where
tangent.
Martinez spanked that top corner. What did I say afterwards? Why don't Virgil ever engage? I get that his
No,
no, he
style of
doesn't.
football.
No, he does engage.
Guys,
but I think,
sorry.
Virgil
no, he does
really
engage.
needs to start engaging. You've
Sorry,
got there's a time to back off
he's not
and there's a time
perfect.
to
yeah,
engage.
he makes mistakes. And one thing I will say, he
He's
does
allowed to
engage.
make a mistake. He's
Yeah.
a
No,
human
he's
being.
allowed to make mistakes, but what I'm saying is he's believing in his own hype a bit too much because I think he's
No,
like,
I
as
think
long
he
as I
makes
back
mistakes,
off
bro.
a second.
That's how he plays the game.
Yeah, but every now and again you have to engage. It can't just always be a one-way
But he's
thing.
not. No, but
he-
Jeff, what count?
But
He's
he
not
does
perfect, to be
engage.
fair.
How often does Virgil get beat?
No, but that's not the point.
That
The point is
It's
that-
the
no,
same
it's
First time
not.
he's conceded a penalty
No,
since I think they said
because
2015,
there's because there's
2014.
a time and a place, and I noticed last season a lot that Virgil wouldn't engage, and there'd be an element of play that would happen after because he didn't close the man down. And a lot of time we'd get away with it, and we wouldn't really think about it. But if you go back and watch it, you'd be like, Virgil should have actually just engaged that player, cut it off, and it wouldn't even have got to that point where a chance was created. So
But
I'm
Jeff-
not saying he's a bad defender. I'm saying Virgil needs to stop believing that people are scared of him because I think that's gone now. I think that kind of invincible aura is gone. And now, bro, every now and again, engage the guy. Do not just back off and let the guy have the ball because you're better than he is. Because Mitrovic is an example of when it can go wrong.
Yeah,
No,
but
that's what. But I think he got. I think he played
everyone can
badly.
dribble past though. Let's be honest. We didn't expect Mitrovic to do that.
Yeah, but if Virg had just engaged him quicker, he wouldn't have had the chance to get past
When
him
could
like
you have
that.
engaged him quicker?
No. On this
He could have,
occasion,
bro. He
no.
could have,
I'm
bro.
gonna be real. Just right. So I didn't even want to admit this. Yeah, I watched the game back in totality because I needed to see what went wrong. Do you know how hard it was? So when the ball I'll tell you. Listen. You know my memory's not the greatest, Carl, but I'm gonna try and do what you do. Matt brings the ball out. Matt tries to play a ball. I'm not gonna lie. Matt's passing the game was so like 50-50. So Matt plays the ball gets cut out. The one of their players get the ball, plays the ball through to Mitrovic. Mitrovic is running. Virgil runs, yeah, and no word of a lie, just kind of right. Virgil, if he really wanted to, could run and close him up, but Virgil decided to back off, and wait for the perfect opportunity to try and get the ball. And this is so I understand, Cal, he made a mistake, but Driss also right as well, because when he was running, he had the opportunity to go and engage him before he even got into the box, bro. But Virgil sort of ran and was like, all right, we'll go one-on-one and I'll take the ball off you. He did decide to do that if you go back and watch it. You know?
Okay, and how many times has it worked out for Virgil when he does that?
But that's very true. But do you know one thing I've noticed as well? And this is not his fault. Because of that injury, he's still quick, but he's not as quick as he used to be. His acceleration was like he can close ground very quickly. But you know what was quite worrying for me? He was flat-footed against a striker who I can't even lie, bro. He's the last striker in the Premier League that I can think of that I would think could size up big Virg and have Virg standing
Precisely.
square on. No, but bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. You can't be caught square on against any opponent, let alone Mitrovic. That says to me, you've malfunctioned. I don't know what you're doing, bro. You've actually malfunctioned. But not only that, throughout the game, there was a lot of times when Mitrovic was kind of like trying to bully him, back him up, get the best of him, lay it off. There were a couple of times Mitrovic using feet like it was Ibrahimovic. I think I'm going to look at it again, but I think it's more just a case of we were off the pace. But if this happens again, that's where I'll kind of say, do you know what? Just might have a point here because like second, third game in or whatever, and he's still doing the same thing. I don't think it is. I do think it's ring rust. I do think the whole team played like doo-doo, if I'm being honest, other than the subs that came on. Big at the subs, Milner, Elliott, and Nunes. And I'm hoping it's just a glitch in the matrix. But I understand why Jiff has those concerns though, because you can't be backing off, man, like that when really
I think it's going overboard for one game. I've got to be honest.
No, it's not
No,
going overboard.
it's
It's
not one
analysing
game, Cal.
what
It's not one
happened
game.
or what went
It's
wrong.
not-
How
There's
can
gotta
you
be a
fix it?
balance. There's got to be a balance. There's no balance at the moment. We just
No, it's not one game. There's a reason why I always talk about engaging. Trent don't engage. Robbo doesn't engage. Virgil don't engage. I don't know if it's an instruction or just these players themselves, but we always back off, back off, back off. We always allow the cross into the box. Always. Tell me the last time one of our fullbacks stopped the cross getting in the box. We always let the cross go in the box. We never engage the wide player. We always let them cross. And Virgil always backs off. Now, yes, a lot of the time he does win the ball count, and he's still a great defender. He's still the best defender in the league. That's not what the question is. But every now and again, switch it up. I watch Virgil a lot. Back off, and I think, Virgil, why don't you just go and get the ball, bruv? Like, you can't be so nonchalant all the time. Like, it's very casual defending.
It's not casual drift. If he goes for the ball all the time and he gets caught out, then
not
he's
all
out
the time.
of position.
Not all the time. When needed.
But drift. That's what I'm saying. He's got to make these decisions on a split second.
This is true. That is true.
Oh, no, you're right. Ibra engages. And how many times do we sit here and say Ibra shouldn't have engaged there? So we can't win there.
No, but Virgil's so smart. He's got to know when. When Martinez had that ball on the edge of the box in that Champions League game, Virgil had about 2 or 3 seconds to make a decision, and he just kept backing off. No, bro, engage the ball, bro.
There's no way he had 2 or 3 seconds. It came from a throwing.
Go and watch it back, bro. He had time. He had time to understand.
Just hit on a win, bro.
No, look, we'll agree to disagree.
Johnny Cal, just quickly,
still does act a bit lackadaisical sometimes, and I think he's just got to be a bit more switched on. It can't always be a backing off thing. Sometimes you have to go to the ball, and I'm not saying dive in and leave yourself out, but go. Even if you close the man down and put him under pressure, don't even fly him with a tackle, but get in his face, let him know you're there. Do you know what happens when you give people time? They might make the right decision. What happens if you don't give them time? You'll probably force them into a mistake. And sometimes Virgil, he just backs off, and it ain't necessary.
But always saying is this, and I think Drift will agree with me. He's still the best defender in the world, in my opinion, because when he's on form, when he's on smoke, no one can touch him. What we are saying though is that in this particular game, there was a little bit of worry, because it's like, man, ain't seen him do that for a little while. Like this whole like backing off thing, letting a striker potentially get the better out of him in the game as well. All we're saying is these are improvements that he can make, because just because you're great, don't mean to say you can't improve. And maybe we are nitpicking, and maybe we are going a little bit overboard. However, I think we're right to, because he gave away a penalty, bro. He actually gave away a penalty, and we have to understand that and respect.
I'm not just but stinker at the weekend.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But you're saying we're going overboard. We're not going overboard, bro. We haven't once said
we're going overboard when we're discussing him right now. If we're talking about the game, yeah, he had a stinker. But to say that,
bro, we're talking about
believing his own hype and all that. I think that's crazy to say that.
But Drift might be right talking about this game. He's not talking about like overall. This is what Verge does. We're talking about this game against Fulham, bro. We were absolutely pants, and it's kind of easy, and I hate to say it, but it's easy for all of us to kind of sit there and go, what went wrong? Virgil gave man too much space. Trent fell asleep and decided to let Mitrovic dunk on him. Robbo decided to do what Drift said, back off, let the overlap happen, then try and go and cut out the cross. What else happened? Midfield, hot potato thing. Like, I don't even, in fact, you're just going to leave me to the midfield again. Well, let's.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm actually talking overall. I'm not even just talking about a game. I watched Virgil do it a lot last season. I've seen him do it, but not enough for me to go, oh, okay, there's a problem. Like, for example, if Virgil has 60 games, or he plays like say he plays Virgil, I might see him have 5 meaty games. That's good enough. That's good enough for me, bro. You know, like that. No, but I'm saying the moment in the game, a lot of the time we get away with it. That's what I'm saying. Like nothing. Yeah, but I think it's a very easy fix. Verge, every now and again, realize don't give the man time. Get in his face. I'm not saying dive in and be stupid and reckless, but get in his face. Why are you always backing off? Giving him time.
9 times out of 10, he makes the right decision. But again, like I said, like Fulham for me, he had but a lot of players had a bad game in Fulham, and I agree with you in terms of the criticism that you're giving him, because I actually agree. I don't think it's a long-term thing. I don't think it's something that, we should worry about. However, like, yeah, going forward, I mean, I don't know. I can't see us playing like that again. So many players having bad games, because so many players have bad games. Like Matip used to go on an adventure, and instead he just got stuck at the first hurdle. Bro, man's passing was a myth. Trent decided to sleep off, then start spamming because he realized what he was doing wasn't working, and then overcompensate with his positional sense, trying to do the Cancelo thing. You're not Cancelo, be Trent. When you're amazing, you're Trent. Don't try to be Cancelo, bro. Luis Diaz, for all the ability that you have, like you're amazing, bro. Like you have everything in your armor. But brother, be more of a threat. Sometimes when you get the ball, don't like decision making for me, Luis Diaz. I think that's what it is. Decision making. He's amazing. But if his decision making was a little bit better, bro, this guy's gonna fly off the wall.
I'm not gonna lie. I think you lot was a little harsh on Diaz because I think in the first half he was one of our best players.
No, but I'll go.
Yeah, but the second half he did absolutely nothing.
I'm gonna be honest with the Diaz thing.
Yeah, but no one else, no, until Nunes came on, nobody wasn't. He
but
came
Jeff,
off
let me
when
ask you a
Nunes
question.
came on,
Let me ask you a question. Diaz, bro, is so talented. Yeah, naturally, he's got everything he needs, bro. Like he's got technical ability, physical ability. But bro, I can't lie to you. Like, yes, he at times he will shine, but you should be more of a constant threat throughout the game. Like, don't get me wrong, because if he scores that goal, maybe we look at him different and we go, wow, Diaz. But bro, I can't lie to you. There's times when he gets the ball and it's a little like dribble, showboating thing, hold up the ball, then play it back. But bro, you've got the ability to take man on. You've even got the ability to drive forward, but you're waiting for something to happen yourself. Like, bro, you do realize like you're the guy, like you can do this. But again, I don't think it's a fatal flaw with Diaz.
Who was in the box, bro? There was no one in the box when Diaz was playing.
What, bro? You see when
Bobby was at the halfway line and shit, bro.
Bro, but there was times
there was
when
no one in there, bro.
But bro, if this was, I don't want to go there because they don't play for us no more. But if this is other people, there's criticism. But because it's a player that everyone kind of likes because he's got the style, he's got everything.
Fulham kicked the shit out of Diaz, you know.
But
did you actually see how many times they were fouling him?
But it's up to him to respond.
Hard fouls, you know.
Bro, how many fouls did I don't even do? How many fouls did Mane get a game, bro? Mane got fouled. Mane and Salah get fouled a lot, like a lot.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is,
doubled up on a lot.
Fulham were kicking the shit out of Diaz in that first half.
What I'm saying is, for all your
doubling
ability,
up
bro,
on him, roughing him up. Like,
I hear that, but for all your ability, we need substance. Like we need it. It can't just be, oh, there's a highlight reel, man's doing flicks and tricks and making a nice pass. And do you know what I mean? Like, bro, his decision making is a little bit off for me personally. There was one time when I think he could have done something. And Salah just went, bro, you could have given me the ball. Again, these are not like detrimental flaws. These are just things I think he can improve on. Because if he improves on them, Drift, in my opinion, he has the potential to be world class. But right now, do you know what I would say Diaz is? His international class. Like he can do but he can do better.
You will see when he's playing with
an
actual striker. And so much for the chat for the community shield sending us into the league with positivity, innit?
You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah, no.
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna move on to the topic, man. It's getting proper negative still.
No,
it's kind of going. It is going overboard. I'll move on topic, but it's going overboard still. It actually is.
All right, cool. Go on, move on. Next topic. Next topic.
All right, so Matt beat me to it slightly earlier, but I'm still going to speak about it now. Thiago Alcantara. I don't think there's anyone in here who would debate whether Thiago is world class or not, or on his day, possibly the best centre midfielder.
No, he's world class. One of the best of his generation. That's not the argument.
The problem is his availability. Yeah. And I'll be honest, in our fan base especially, Ox and Naby get grilled really bad about their availability, and rightly so, because they've been doing it for a few years now. And I'm going to negate Thiago's first season because obviously the tackle from Richarlison, he's lucky that he's still able to walk, if we're going to be completely honest, because if his leg was planted, then we're talking about what could have been if we signed Thiago and he didn't break his leg in many different places. However, since he's come back from that injury, I'm just going to read out from last season and this season his injuries. So last season he got a calf injury in September. He was ruled out for 10 games. Missed another 3 with COVID, and then had a hip problem, which made he missed another 7. In total, he missed 20 games for us. Sorry, and then another 3 with a thigh problem. He missed 23 games for us last season.
Jeez, 13 in the Prem, bro.
And in the first game so far this season, He is missed. Well, he's come off, and I suspect he's going to miss maybe at least a month of football. So I'm going to ask you both, not debating whether he's talented or not. I think we all know. If Thiago's out of the team, who plays instead of him? And then also, what should his role be going forward?
Carl, can you just do me a favor while I answer your question? And can you go and look at the last 2 seasons at Bayern Munich, what his injury record was like?
Bayern Munich. So he left there in 2020, right? So look at 18-19, he missed 1, 2, 3, 7, 12 he missed. No, sorry, 18-19 he didn't. He missed 7. In 19-20 he missed 1, 5. He missed 10.
Okay. So he missed 17 games in 2 years in his last 2 years at Bayern. And he's missed all that since he came to Liverpool. Now, I know he said Klopp taught him how to run.
Hold on, no. Before you, to caveat that though, he was used sparingly by Bayern.
I was going to say,
and he's not in a tougher league, and he was dominant in every single game.
But that's the point I'm about to get to, though. I blame Klopp for Thiago's injuries because Klopp is trying to get him to do stuff that at his age, especially with his injury record, I think is stupid. Now, don't get me wrong. He's capable. We've seen it. He can press. He can be aggressive. He can tackle. He can do all that. But he's a luxury player. Thiago's the type of player you're supposed to get the Goretzkas and the Kimmiches and those type of players around. They do all the dog shit. And he just does the elegant part. But Klopp, because of the way we are, and nobody in the team is allowed to be anything else, which I'm not even disagreeing with, by the way. I think you have to pull your weight. But you know, every now and again, there's just that player that's supposed to be a bit different. There's a player that's just supposed to be a little bit different. Thiago's a Ferrari. Everybody knows you don't drive the Ferrari Monday to Sunday. You only drive it on Sunday. You have other cars you drive Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Well, let me stop you there,
take the Ferrari out on a Sunday, bro.
So that's the question. When you don't want to drive the Ferrari, who drives, bro?
And that's the problem. Why we still got Jones and Naby and Ox and all these other idiots who can't do what we need. That's the problem. Thiago's a luxury player. Thiago's the type of man you're supposed to just unleash where and when you need. Not the type of man you go, yo, Thiago, go run your socks off and cover 12 kilometers in a game and dive into tackles and do it. That's not his game. That is not how Thiago plays. So I actually blame Klopp for trying to get Thiago to be something other than what he is.
That is how he plays, though, Drift. It's just that he didn't have to do it as often at Bayern. That's how he plays. He's all action.
But that's
don't bail out.
No, he's capable of being all action, but knowing his injury record, he shouldn't be all action.
But Bayern were more.
We've got him at the wrong age of his career for an injury-prone player.
No, of course. But all right, so Bayern, the way our Bayern play, they dominate everyone in the league possession-wise. But he is that type. He actually is competitive. It's just that they had the ball more times. He ain't got to stress himself so much. Obviously, as well, they play Kimmich and Goretzka. They're going to play more than him. Thiago played in the big games. When you play for Liverpool, it's different. And not only that, maybe then we got to look at Klopp then. Because why bring in Thiago if you don't know how to use him? Like, these are the things you have to look at. But I think it's not a mistake. I think Liverpool have tried to do the best that we can. But again, like the first season is an anomaly because he gets that stupid GBH from Richarlison. Yeah. Second season is more like Thiago. I hate to say it. It's like missing 13 games in the Prem. You miss 20 odd games. I can't lie. That kind of is who he is. But that kind of leans, like you said, Jeff, I guess on Klopp, because then you got to get a midfielder that's more durable. Let me start talking about our midfield because I can't wait any longer. I can't even lie.
Go on.
I may just let me just rip out of everything. Fabinho, world class, but does take a lot of time to get up to speed. I cannot lie to you. When he first signed, his first 5 games, I literally was like, bruh, is this midfielder that we bought? Then after time, I realized, okay, cool. Early judgment, shouldn't have done that. He had to warm up. Cool. World class. Thiago, world class, but hella injury prone. For all of his talent, he's actually injury prone. If you go and look at his record at Bayern Munich, it's not the greatest. Hence why they had to play Goretzka and Kimmich and whoever over him at times, because unfortunately for him, he picks up injuries. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Brought him in the 2017-18 season. Had 6 months, ras up himself, unfortunately. Had one decent stint in the 2019-20 season where he got like 7-8 goals. Other than that, he's done nothing other than a few things where man got AFCON. That's not good enough. The season's how long? Are you talking about 1 month or so where you turn up? Unfortunately, it's not going to work, innit? It is what it is. Naby Keita, bought in for £55 million. A player who I really like, has ability, too injury prone. This brother here will drop his phone on his hand and be out for 3 months. He'll flip in, fall over on it or whatever, slip on the pitch, dismantle his vertebrae.
Who are we talking about?
Naby Keita, innit? I'm just gonna be honest, innit? Naby Keita, there's always something, unfortunately. That's his career. He's got the talent, but his availability is not there. His availability. I love Naby. Everyone knows this, but his availability is not there. Do you know, bro? You can't tell me that I haven't tried to support this guy, but it's even for me, it's got to a point where it's like, bro, everyone's dropping like flies. And then I look at the team sheet and Klopp says he's out with illness. I didn't even say nothing. Cool. Your career is defined by injuries. You probably ain't going to sign a new deal because your best friend's left and I know what you're about. Listen, you're my guy. It's always love, but I think he's going to go. That's just me personally. I've got no inside information. That's just what I think. Jordan Henderson, the captain. People ain't going to like what I'm about to say, but it's with love. It's not disrespect. He is one of the best captains to ever captain Liverpool. Make no mistake about it. If we're having a debate about who is better out of Gerrard and Henderson, Gerrard for ability, but if we're talking about legacy and what they've achieved, Henderson can talk to Gerrard in that way. He can talk to him and say, look at the medals that I've won. Stevie, you cannot talk to me. I might not be the same player as you, but I've led this team to greatness. However, bro, you cannot play like hot potato for the last 2 years when man put you under pressure and you are folding. The game that stood out for me more so than anything was last season when Chelsea decided to actually step to man and go, you're going to get the press. My man decided to just smash it long. He cannot play the 8 no more. His game relies on athleticism because he was a box-to-box midfielder. He is technically good, but he's not technically excellent. Therefore, when he drops back into the 6, in my opinion, he can see the game, has more time on the ball, and he is more effective. That's where he should play, not the 8 role. Your 8 role is done now, bro. You are not offering in the 8. That right-hand side thing, the only thing you're doing right now is helping Trent, in my opinion. I think you're better in the 6 because I think you can see the pitch, you can open up the game, and you've got decent passing. So I'm still cool with you in the 6. James Milner, 36 years of age. Bro, you signed a new deal. When I said, listen, I love this guy. And funny enough, he was just right. He was the best midfielder that we had. But bro, I can't lie to you, man. We're holding on to James Milner at 36 years of age. His game, again, technically better than Henderson, but he was athletic. His game relied on athleticism. And Klopp's talking about he's the marathon man. Yes, that's true. But bro, we can't hang on to you forever. Time's got to move on. You know, like that. But anyway, Curtis Jones, I'm not even trying to dig you man out, but you man said it to my face and I have to relay it back to you. You know what I'm going to say? And it's with love.
You did every bloody show, bro.
You man, you know I love you. You're my brothers. But Curtis Jones, I think he's good. There's something about him, but what it is right now, he can't show it. For whatever reason, whether it's like
because he hasn't been given the opportunity.
No, that's true.
But,
like confidence.
I fully agree.
He has been given the opportunity.
But let me
week in, week out.
Let me. But Curtis Jones maybe hasn't had it because when he broke through in the season where we lost centre backs, he done well, but he hasn't kicked on since then. So maybe he does need a move. But you man said he was future captain. I've never thought that about Jones, and I've never rated him in the same category as Foden and Saka and them, man. I think he's good. There's something about him. And I could be wrong, but I don't know if he's going to show at Liverpool. That's just how I feel about him. But I hope I'm wrong because if he turns out to be amazing, then cool. We got a midfielder and we ain't got to worry about another man. Morton, for all the talk that Klopp likes to
He's not at
give,
the
man.
club at the moment. He's not even at the club.
No,
at
I
the
know,
moment.
I know. Big up Tyler Morton because he done his thing when Klopp threw him in against Spurs, and not only that, against I think it might have been against Chelsea. I'm trying to remember, but bro, he technically is good, but he's not ready. There's a certain man that ain't ready. Harvey Elliott, amazing prospect, talented, but obviously had a setback because of the injury. People are saying he should be next in line for that midfield slot. That may be true, but you know what else I don't want to happen? I don't want him to be the be all end all of our midfield. Man City never done that with Foden. They never said, "Oh, De Bruyne is on a wane here, so Foden, you got to step up and be that guy." No, you nurture man. I feel like I don't even know whether we're nurture man anymore or whether we're forcing man to be great because our midfielders right now are playing like doo-doo. That's just my honest opinion. Carvalho, amazing player, young, talented, yeah. But again, it's like Klopp. Are you going to play him in the role that you brought him in? Because right now you're playing him out on the left when he's a 10. Like, come on, he's not Coutinho.
Shocking decision.
Like, let's stop thinking about Coutinho. Coutinho is gone.
I did say this would happen. I did say it in
Bro,
pre-season.
no, I hear that.
Yeah, but Cal, that's why we said it's a terrible decision if that's what we do. Him playing left wing is a terrible decision.
It is. And we need to let go of like what we used to do. Like, he's a great player in his own right. And I think he's got world-class ability. But Klopp, play him in a position that he was brought to play in or that he used to play in. Like, change things, like try and change things out. And because it's that whole square pegs and round holes thing. Like, I can't remember if I even said it right, but you know what I'm trying to say, people. It's all a bit of a mess right now with our midfield. And what's so mad is that in our whole team, our defense and our attack are way better than our midfield. And Klopp likes to talk about how great our midfield is. We are big bad Liverpool, and we've got two world-class midfielders. One of them's injury prone, and that's it. The rest are potential or good or decent. We are Liverpool, bro. Liverpool. And we've only got two world-class midfielders. I can't lie to you. I'm not disrespecting the players that we have. I'm just giving you an assessment of where I feel like they are. And I do feel like changes can be made. I'll say it one last time. Henderson, amazing captain. I don't want to see you like leave or go out the back door, but maybe Klopp, you should think about where you're going to utilize him. Utilize him in the 6 with Fabinho, because Fabinho can't play every game. Naby Keita, I love you, my brother. You're a great player in your own right, but it seems like you can't handle the Prem, brother. I love you, but you can't handle the Prem. Something's wrong there, bro. Maybe you might have to go and learn for the best of your career. And James Milner, marathon man, enough respect, because they will keep bringing you back like it's Brock Lesnar in WWE, bro. This guy wants to retire and live on the farm, and they keep bringing man back for pay-per-view. Bro, let the man live out his life, bro. James Milner probably just wants to settle off into the distance, drink a little Ribena, and maybe every now and again might go get a jerk chicken, go out of his comfort zone. But we keep bringing man back to centre mid. Not only that, he's the backup right back or left back, bro. Do you imagine that as well? With all the players that we bought, I guarantee you at some point we will still see James Milner at right back or left back.
But here's the thing, yeah. I just
frustrating.
I'm not even going to disagree or agree with what Matt said. What Matt said is what Matt said. But you see the Milner thing. I find it that Milner is such an easy scapegoat for a lot of people in terms of when we talk about like the problems in our midfield. James Milner is not the problem in our midfield. The problem in our midfield is that Klopp keeps playing Henderson in the 8 when even I admitted he's only a 6 now.
He's a 6, bro.
And if I'm being honest with you, I actually think he's pushing Flacco at 6. I'm going to keep it a buck. It's an uncomfortable conversation for a lot of people. I actually think Hendo's pushing Flacco at 6. I think he's brilliant in the 6. In the number 8, Henderson can't do it. I said it. I owned up to it. And we had this conversation maybe 6 months ago. But in the number 6, I think Henderson is excellent. When he went to the number 6 in the Fulham game and Milner came on, everything changed. Henderson in the 8 don't work. We've all said this. But in the 6, he's pushing Flacco. So it should be Flacco and Hendo should be in the number 6 role. We have to get a backup for Thiago as a number 8. And Milner is outperforming Jones. He's outperforming Naby. And he's outperforming Ox. Milner ain't the problem, you man. I've been saying this. The problem is Jones, Naby, and Ox. It's not Milner. Milner is just doing what Milner does, which is legendary shit. He should be at the club as an 8th choice midfielder and coming on and doing his thing now and again. But in his mind, and this is why Klopp contradicts himself, and this is why I don't even understand what Klopp is actually doing. I know Klopp knows Milner's better than Ox, Milner's better than Naby, and Milner's better than Jones. So Klopp, please answer the question somehow. Why are those other 3 players still at the club? Why are they? It's not Milner. Milner ain't the problem. The problem is the man in front of him not doing their job. That's what the problem is. If man has to come home from work and cook dinner, is it that he's got to come home and cook dinner? Or is it why is all the people who's at home ain't already cooked dinner for the man who's about to come home, who's been at work all day? Because Milner at 36 has been at work all day, bruv. He's at the end of his career. He's at the twilight. Why has he got to be at work all day, come home and cook dinner? Who the fuck has not been cooking dinner while he's been at work?
That's why Stevie started to cook. You lot laugh at me with that stuff.
Well, there you go, bro. So we need to start asking the question, yeah? It's not Milner. It's not Milner, you man. I've been done telling, man. Milner's the one at work all day. It's not Milner. Why is the people who've been at home not cooking dinner?
Can I say one thing about Milner? I say...
Go on, Matt. Go on.
36 years old, man of the match.
No. Can I say one thing about James Milner?
Liverpool's man of the match in the Fulham game at 36 years old.
In fact,
it's not. He ain't the problem. I'm telling you, lot.
This is probably aimed more at Klopp. When Klopp spoke about our midfield, our options, and spoke about, there's no space. We got all these midfielders, bro. If I'm being genuinely honest, and we just have to keep it real. Milner might not necessarily be the problem, but the others
far from the problem.
But the others, they're a bit of an issue because you got Naby and Ox who. In my opinion, I think Liverpool want to sell. I think they wanted buyers, but their buyers ain't come true. Liverpool wanted to make money off that. Bruv. But Milner, what it is with Milner though, and this is why people are saying Milner's contract had expired. If Klopp was talking about space, because I'll be honest with you, Jim, if he brings in Bellingham for Milner, we're all upset that the legend is gone, but we're also not going to cry at the same time because we've also bought in a player.
Because I would have get rid of Naby and Ox and keep Milner, and that's the point I'm making.
No, but I'm talking. No, but I'm also going to talk about the homegrown thing. So maybe like I'm just talking about the homegrown as well. Like so, 1 in 1 out. Here, I'm about to say that no, his contract has expired, bro. His contract's expired.
I know, but he's outperforming these man.
No, bro.
Matt, I'm sorry to cut you, but I don't mean to cut you. You told me, you told me, and I'm being genuinely honest when I say this. If people want to disagree, they can disagree. That's fine. James Milner has outperformed Naby and Ox for the last 3 years. Facts. He has outperformed both of those players for the last 3 years. I don't care what anybody says.
I think it's debatable, but I'm not. Listen, I think it's a debate. Personally,
I don't even think it's a conversation, but I think it's just as obvious as day.
He's been more available and more consistent than both. They may have more moments.
He has outperformed both of them, bruv. Them man there should not still be at this club, bro. James Milner has earned a new contract. Naby and Ox haven't earned the right to still be Liverpool players.
No. But what I'm saying is this, yeah. No, you're right. You see Naby Keita, like I said before, his career has been defined, in my opinion, by injuries, yeah,
and inconsistency.
And I forgot to mention this as well, because people ain't gonna like this. They're not gonna like it. The captain of our team, yeah, who, like I said before, plays better in a 6, gave some spiel 2 years ago about Atletico and PSG wanted him. We gave him a new deal, yeah? Cool. He's 32 years of age now. James Milner's probably...
That was last summer.
No, it's two summers ago, bro.
No, it's last summer.
Bro, 2 summers ago, Henderson signed the deal. Not last summer.
It was last summer.
Henderson signed the deal 2 summers ago.
No, it was last year, bro. It was last.
People, am I going mad here? I said Henderson signed the deal 2 summers ago.
Last summer.
It was last.
Was it last summer?
Yeah, on the deadline day.
Was it deadline that? Okay, cool. All right, okay, cool.
More PR shit.
All right, last summer, yeah. But anyway, he tried to tell man that PSG and Atletico wanted him. No, they didn't. You're 30 years.
He didn't say that. That was the media technique.
All right, cool. He's 30 years of age, yeah? Like you said, and I like that, just be honest as well. In the 8, you're not the guy anymore. And I'm going to ask you, honestly, guys, like, honestly, this is to all of you. Take off that armband. Take it off, yeah? You are a backup to Flacco. That's what you are. I'm going to be honest. You're the backup to Flacco. Or, like you said, you might push him. Why is it when people want to criticize Henderson, yeah, people want to bring up all this stuff? Like, bro, like, I understand he's the captain, but this is the problem. Just because you're the captain, it don't make you an automatic starter. Like, what are you doing on the pitch, bro? Like, I'm going to be honest.
You're still talking about a man who's outperformed Naby and Oxen Jones for the last 3 years, though, man.
No,
so what's the conversation here, bro?
No. Maybe last 3 years.
He's not the problem.
Drift, let me land.
Them brothers are the problem.
Drift, let me land. You might be talking about last 3 years, but we can only go by what you've done off last season, because we're not going to factor in what people done 3 years ago. I'm talking, what did you do last season? Last season, in my honest opinion, you weren't better than Naby. You weren't. If you were better, no, I think Naby was better. That's why everyone made an NFT midfield and wanted to have that midfield free for all the big games. But anyway, cool. And then we'll move from that because I'm not even bothered about that. That's not what I'm about to say. James Milner is better than Henderson. As things stand right now, as things stand today, August the 8th, no one can't tell me Henderson is better than Naby or James Milner. They cannot tell me that.
He's better than Naby, but he's not better than Milner. Bro, he's not. I'd agree with that. James Milner has been Liverpool's.
He's not better than Naby. The only thing he's better than Naby is being available. He's not better than Naby in the 8.
But that's what I was going to say, man. He's not better than Naby in the 8. But
what's he offering?
Availability.
No, but bro, every good game Naby had, Henderson had a good game as well, because Henderson was playing in the 6 in the game Naby played.
No, that's not true. Drift, that's not
captain
true.
Sets precedent. When captain sets precedent, set example. How can a captain?
Hendo didn't play and Naby had a very good game.
How can the captain set example by just smashing the ball and giving away the ball? How's that set an example? That don't make no sense to me.
It's more than one game. Bro.
People need to wake up, man.
The problem is, we can sit there and we can talk about who's better.
Because he's got the armband. Rip off the armband, bro. What's he got?
No, but why are we bringing this back to Henderson? This ain't got nothing to do with
It's about our midfielders, our collective. But, bro, imagine this, yeah? No, Drift, can I say something?
He's better than Naby. He's better than Ox. He's better than Jones, bro.
Drift,
do you know what? He's better than Naby, bro.
Can I say something?
Man, this ain't even a conversation.
It's not even about Naby Keita. It's about our captain.
Naby's better in the 8 than Hendo, bro.
Naby's better. Yeah, it's not even a debate.
But we've all established that Henderson shouldn't be playing in the 8 anymore. Bro, but the only reason why Klopp still plays Henderson in the 8 is because Naby, Ox, and Jones are shit.
No,
let's keep it a buck. No, that's the only reason why he still plays him in the
buck, though. Can I keep it a buck, though?
If we swap Naby for Bellingham and if we swap Ox for Nunes, he don't play Henderson in the 8 no more.
But let me ask you this, yeah.
So the only reason Henderson's playing in the 8 is because Naby, Ox, and Jones are shit.
No, because Naby's unavailable.
Jim,
whatever it is.
I love the way you flip-flop, because before you were talking about Curtis Jones is as great as sick as Foden, but now you're going to flip it. But no.
We moved on from that, bro.
We haven't moved on from that. No. Let me put things into perspective here. Because this is the bit.
Champions League final. Hendo or Naby in the 8?
Henderson.
Naby.
Yeah, because I can't trust Naby.
I can't trust Henderson to keep
I honestly can't trust Naby, and I don't mean any shade on it. I have absolutely no idea what Naby is going to turn up on any day.
Henderson is a scattergun that can't handle the press. I
understand that Henderson is
a scattergun that can't run the 8 no more.
No,
it is what it is, bro.
I understand that Henderson is no longer great at playing in the 8. Yeah, I've said
can't play the 8.
But that's besides the point. At least I know Henderson is always going to be fully focused and giving his all. I have no idea what Naby's going to turn up.
How can you be fully focused and kick the ball off the pitch?
On Naby Keita, on what type of performance I'm going to get out of him. Never. His inconsistency is the only consistency he's ever had at Liverpool.
You
have no idea what Naby Keita is going to turn up.
How can we have a captain?
Absolutely no idea.
How can we have a captain, yeah, in my opinion, that can't set example? Bro, he's the captain, yeah? You lead by example. My man.
Do you actually think Henderson played poorly in that Champions League final?
Let me land.
He wasn't actually poor in that
Let me
game,
land,
by the way.
bro. Let me land.
Okay.
Henderson has the armband, yeah, bro. Fulham was a prime example. Everyone played bad. You're the captain. You're being pressed. What are you doing? Giving away the ball, putting the ball out of pitch, bro. On Henderson and his passing ability and what he can offer in the 8, I'm not going to lie to you. He's not doing nothing. In the 6, he is better. Yes, he is better. But he's our captain. You're setting example. You're supposed to be one of the first names on the team sheet. If I'm being honest right now, Henderson is not one of the first names on the team sheet. If we're going by what we need to get from the game, can we just be real for a second? Like, let's keep it about 50.
Doesn't have to play every game.
No, let me keep it.
You know that, right?
Well, why are you the captain then? What, you're going to be on the bench? What, sitting on sideline?
That's why I disagree.
He's club captain.
What are we doing here?
No,
club captain.
No, that's why I disagree, Matt. Because, bro,
even my God.
No, Matt, hear me out. Even the times
so the captain's on bench. Captain's on bench.
Yeah, because we've got Virgil, we've got Robertson, we've got Milner, we've got other players who can actually be the captain during the game.
Matt,
my whole point is,
do you
want your captain to be on the bench? Let me ask you, it's a normal question. Do you want your captain to be on the bench or on the pitch where he's setting an example? Yes or no? What would you like?
I don't care whether he's captain or not. If he's not good enough to start, he's not good enough to start, Matt. So my point is, no, you're just thinking of, no, let me stop you, Matt. This is where I think you're just thinking of Gerrard.
Rip off the, no, I'm saying, no. Rip off the armband. What's he got, bro? Rip off the armband. What are we saying?
No, but this is what I'm getting to, Matt. You see, when we're winning under Houllier and all that, you know who was the club captain at the time?
That's the 8. You ain't got it, bro.
No, who was the club captain at the time when we were winning stuff with Houllier?
It's Hippier.
No, it wasn't.
Then it changed to Gerrard. Remember, Hippier, then it changed to Gerrard, remember?
No, it wasn't.
I swear Hippier gave it to Gerrard.
No, it wasn't.
So who was it then?
Jamie Redknapp.
Did he play though?
Jamie Redknapp.
Did he play?
Bruv, you gonna let me? Jamie
Did he
Redknapp?
play?
No. Because even though you might be the club captain, doesn't
how
mean
does
you
that
should
make
be the
it?
starter.
No, but how does that make it okay?
Because you can set an example without playing, Matt. It doesn't have to be your on the pitch. Carl's right. We're just thinking about Gerrard all the time.
No, but when do you know what annoys me though?
Neville was Man United captain and he weren't playing. Like, you don't have to play to be club captain.
You're not gonna let me land. Do you know the reason why I keep bringing up armband? No, but the reason why I keep bringing up armband is because when we've had conversations before, you might keep talking about, he's the captain, lead by example.
No,
bro.
I'm agreeing with you, Matt.
I'm saying rip off the armband, and tell me, is he the best 8 in our club?
I'm agreeing with you, Matt.
Is he the second best 8 in our club? Is he the third best 8 in our club?
He's a better 8 than Kopish.
Matt, you're not
he's
even
not though. He actually isn't.
He is.
Matt,
no, he's not.
Matt, I'm agreeing with you. Where I disagree is where you say if the captain should be playing. You're saying that, not me.
No, Klopp is. I'm saying, here's the thing that's annoying for me anyway. Klopp plays Henderson. He's the captain. Man made a documentary about it the other day. Klopp is gonna do the whole, he's the captain.
Right,
that's fine.
He's another prime example.
That's fine. That's fine.
But
for Liverpool, but here what I'm about to say. For Liverpool Football Club, Jurgen Klopp is picking man because he is the captain and he feels like he is right for Liverpool. He's right for where he plays.
Disagree.
Yeah.
No. Naby, Ox, and Jones don't do their job.
Oh my God.
All right,
so when Naby was doing it last season, he still went for. Do you know what's so mad, Drift? And you can't even remember because you got your Henderson glasses on. You need to take them off.
No,
bro,
I've already admitted Henderson's not great in
Henderson is in a backup 6, bro. He's a backup 6.
Okay. Let me just. I don't know why it always comes back to Henderson.
No, because we speak about the midfield as a whole.
We're speaking about midfield. They are the primary midfielders.
How many good games did Naby have compared to average games last season?
Bro, he had way more better games than he had better.
Did he? Did he really though?
Are we really doing this?
Last season, they're about the same. If we're talking about them playing in the 8, Naby was better over the course of the season playing as the 8.
Naby was a better 8 than Henderson last season. But who had a better season overall? Henderson.
About the same.
Naby was better,
Henderson.
Bro.
No, he wasn't. And what? and the point I'm making is, the only reason why Henderson still plays in the 8 is because Naby, Ox, and Jones don't do their job. Because I know that Klopp would not be playing Henderson in the 8 if he had players who were doing their job.
All right, so what about Elliot? Why didn't Elliot start the weekend then, Drift?
But Elliot did start at the beginning of last season, right?
No,
until he got the injury.
No, Drift. I'm
Drift is
asking about
Henderson till I
Saturday.
die. I
Why
respect
did
it, but
Elliot
still,
not
bro.
start last Saturday at the weekend?
Because he's slowly getting Elliot back into the team.
No, he
is, and I wouldn't be surprised
Let
if
me
he
fix my
starts
light
playing
and come
Elliot
back
from the
and give
beginning.
some
I wouldn't be
Shell.
surprised if he starts playing Elliot from the beginning soon.
The reason why Elliot didn't start is because of what the perception is in Klopp's mind is if it's the opening game of a season or if it's bloody Champions League final or one of these important games, I'm starting my club captain. That's the issue.
Okay, maybe that is the truth. But if we had Bellingham or De Jong or Nunes or any of those midfielders, he wouldn't play Henderson. No, but so that's the point I'm making. Naby, Oxen-Jones aren't good enough to displace Henderson for my midfield.
No names though. I've not mentioned those names. I've mentioned Harvey Elliott, who's fit, had a full pre-season.
He's a 19-year-old, bruv. It's a bit
so
different. It's a bit different.
19.
Oh, you know what?
No,
You're going about age. Drop me out, Drift. Don't talk about age.
No. Elliot is not establishing world football. Bellingham is different.
It doesn't have to be
It's not about establishment. It's not about establishment, bro. Who's better?
Who is better right now for Liverpool as a number 8? Jordan Henderson or Harvey Elliott?
Yeah, who's better right now? Who suits the occasion in the 8, bro?
I genuinely don't know. To be
you know what? I respect the Henderson love.
I genuinely don't know.
Come on, bro.
Elliot ain't played there. Elliot has not played there enough for me to.
Who offers more, bro?
Drift, he hasn't played there enough for me to make.
But we have to keep it real. This is about Harvey Elliott now. For what we actually need in terms of like going forward, creativity, what you want from the 8, bro, especially the way how we play, bro. Elliot does more than Henderson, bro.
Okay. Let's go with you lot's premise that it should be Elliot playing.
Henderson better in the 6. That's my whole point. But he's a backup.
I've been saying this, but the point I'm making is he only plays Henderson in an 8 because the other midfielders don't do their job.
No, it's not that, Drift. We can't.
I think me personally, I do think
you're telling me if Naby and Ox were playing well,
favoritism,
they wouldn't be playing.
We have to keep it about. Come on, Drift. We've said it before.
Good enough.
Drift. I'm gonna be real.
Good enough.
Can I say something? Last season, there were times when Naby Keita was fit and was on form, bro, and he still went with Henderson. Do you know why?
He is never on form. He had good games.
Okay, he's never on form. All right, cool. Even though he had the best season, but cool. Yeah, Henderson had a bad. Do you remember Henderson had a bad patch last season? Do you remember? Do you actually remember? And Klopp was still playing him. Yeah, I think, bro, the favoritism we know from Klopp is mad. We know this. Henderson is his boy.
I know he has a little bit of
judgment, bro. It's clocking man's judgment. I don't understand.
I've got a question.
That's
League Cup final. League Cup final. What was meant to be the starting midfield for that game?
Flacco, Thiago, and Keita, weren't it?
No. It was meant to be Flacco, Thiago, and Henderson. Thiago got injured in the warm-up and Keita came in. Champions League final. Who started?
Thiago, Flacco, and Hendo.
All right, then. Last game of the season against Wolves, where we know we needed a win. Who started?
I don't actually remember.
The same midfield. Thiago came off injured, and Naby came on.
And did nothing, by the way.
Say that again?
And did nothing, by the way.
Hendo didn't do anything that game either. But the premise goes, if it's a game where Klopp is going all out, again, I can't remember the FA Cup final because I didn't watch it live. But if I'm not mistaken, Hendo started that game as well, if I'm not mistaken. So
okay, so let me just ask you a little question. Actually, I'll ask Cal this question because Matt's bias will be
the game at the weekend just gone.
I'm not biased, bro. I can take my shades off. You still got yours on, bro.
No, I haven't got my shades on, bro. Because I said that I said Hendo shouldn't be playing at 8.
No, but can't you understand Henderson stinks at the 8 and he's a backup 6? I don't understand.
No, I agree. But Naby don't do much better.
No, but Drift, but Drift, it's not about that. Hear what I'm about to say. You just said you agree, yeah? And whether you think Naby is dead or not, the whole thing is, though, Drift. Yes, you might think Naby might not be a great 8, but the fact of the matter is, he's still a better 8 than Henderson, bro. Really? It's okay to admit that.
barely though.
But it's okay to admit that. I'm not saying he's way better. I'm just saying, bro, do you know what? It don't make sense, Klopp, because you know what? Henderson is better as a 6 because he can see the game. He's got more time on the ball. When he's being pressed, he can see his options because he's not the type of midfielder that's going to look over his shoulder and see what's happening and then spray it off like a Harvey Elliott or a Naby Keita or even a Carvalho. That's all I'm saying, bro. All I'm saying is I respectfully still respect Henderson. Bro, he's still a player of Liverpool Football Club. He can still offer something. But what I am saying is this. He's better in the 6. Just don't play him in the 8. That's all I'm asking you, bro. That's all I'm asking.
Let me ask you a question, Drift.
Don't play him
I'm saying don't play any of them in the 8. That's what I'm asking.
I'm asking, Drift. If it's a Champions League final tomorrow and everyone's fit,
yeah,
and we ain't got the luxury of having a Bellingham or Nunes or De Jong or anyone else in the squad, we've just got who we've got. And everyone's fit. Naby Keita starts over Henderson in the 8. Elliott starts over him in the 8. And I hate to say it, so does James Milner.
I was just going to say to you, Cal, I play Milner over all of them. Elliott proved he's not really capable of the pressure. He was really poor in the
I don't know if Milner could do 90 minutes.
The Milan game was like, but that was like 7 months ago, bro.
No, but what I'm saying is I'm trying to go off of big pressure. I think Elliott's going to be a future star. But right now, I would not play Elliott in a Champions League final. I don't know if he's ready for that.
But if he's playing well, why not?
No, wait, Matt. If we're doing that, then Hendo couldn't handle the pressure at Stamford Bridge, bro. And he's meant to be a seasoned professional.
Henderson's had numerous times when he has handled the pressure. So we're talking about a young kid.
Yeah,
so we're talking about a young kid that I would be worried might get swallowed by the occasion. So I wouldn't play Elliott as a starting player.
So how does he get used to the occasion if he can't play in the occasion, Drift?
He plays until he matures. He's young. I would actually play and this is what I'm trying to say to you lot, which goes back to my main point why James Milner is not the problem. I would trust Milner over Henderson, Naby, and Elliott to put in a better performance in an important match. That does not say it's bad that Milner's here. It says what the fuck is going on with the man who should be playing instead of him.
So if they're both fit, you're starting Milner ahead of Keita.
I would 100% play Milner over Henderson and Naby in a Champions League final because I can trust Milner. I can't trust the others.
For 90 minutes when his legs start to go. And even though we talk about marathon,
obviously after an hour or so, we'd have to make this.
But this is what I'm trying to say. 90 minutes, bro. Maybe even longer.
No, because that's what substitutes are for. But if you're talking about start the game, play the first half, set the tempo, and get the mindset of the game right, I'm playing James Milner over Naby Keita and Henderson all day in the 8. And you can argue with me all you want. James Milner is the best midfielder we have after Thiago and Flacco in an 8.
Wow,
that's wild. I can't lie.
You can disagree with me all you want.
But that's your opinion.
I know what I'm saying. I believe in. If you don't believe me, that's fine.
Fair enough. That's fair enough.
That's
I'm not gonna lie.
And it says more about the rest of the man
than
it does about Milner.
No, you're just trying to deflect, but it's cool.
I'm not deflecting at all.
There's a reason why I said from 2017, 18, 19.
Milner in the 8. What are we doing?
But you said the Champions League final, and I don't know if I can trust Elliott with that pressure.
I don't know if I can trust Milner not to pick up silly cards and give away silly fouls, bro. Like it runs both ways, Drift.
Bro, in 2022, we're still banging on about
this. Milner barely lets us down. How many times has Milner ever
I never said it. I never used the words "let us down," but you just
you said you're worrying about fouls and cards and stuff. He doesn't let us down.
How can I not worry about fouls and cards, bro?
When he gives away silly fouls, as good as
but he usually does that when he comes off the bench and he's trying to get involved in the tempo of the game.
I don't forget Man City last season.
That's the only game. What other game has Milner ever had where he should have been sent off?
It's one of the only games he started in the league. And he could have got sent off the Chelsea game.
Remember when I said Klopp's midfield from 2017-19, and we're still here talking about James Milner
against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge was because he gave away a silly free kick.
Milner was the best midfielder in that game, Cal.
Yes.
In what game?
He gave away a foul. Yes. Van Dijk gave away a penalty against Fulham. Shit happens. But Milner was the best defender, was the best midfielder in that Chelsea Stamford Bridge game.
Hold on.
Was it hard?
That's not the point. He was still the best midfielder.
Was it? Is that what we're
And who
doing?
played with him? Was it Naby and Henderson that played with him in that game?
No,
who
Naby
played
didn't
in
play
that
against
game?
Chelsea. That's saying your Naby agenda is too strong, bro. Naby didn't play in Chelsea.
No,
bro.
I'm asking. I can't
Naby
remember
was
who was in the
AFCON
midfield
and
with
was
him in
fit
that game.
and wasn't
Hendo
started.
Flacco.
Your boy Henderson, innit? Your boy was there.
So Milner outshone Flacco and Hendo in that game. But I'm wrong for saying that I think Milner's better than Milner and Henderson in terms of reliability if we're just talking about a one-off big game.
Based
A
on
one-off
what?
big game.
Based on
Based
what?
off of what he's done, based off of how I've looked at everybody's career up to this point, and
We
the
can't do what we've
reliability
done,
of James
We
Milner
can't do that,
to
bro.
not let us down.
Do you know, this is
in a
one thing I
big
will say
moment.
about the sentiment thing. We can't do about what we've done.
What they are now is two completely different things.
Look,
By the way,
you
can't
Thiago's
do-
out for 6 weeks apparently.
Yeah, he is. He is out for 6
Yeah,
weeks.
and there's the
apparently.
problem right there. Look, if you lot would play him, I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah,
or
6
say you're
weeks.
wrong. I'm not good. If you lot would play Naby or if you lot would play whoever else above Milner, I'm not going to say you're wrong. I'm just giving my opinion. This isn't a fact-based conversation. It's just a conversation. But in my opinion, if you said to me, Thiago, Flacco, fully fit, informed, them man are starting. Who's the number other 8 out of Carvalho, Elliott, Henderson, Naby, and Milner in the Champions League final? Man, I'm fucking picking Milner. And that is why I'm so pissed off at our midfield. Because how the fuck am I still picking Milner?
Man could even pick a wild card and say Carvalho. I'm not picking Milner, bro.
No, I can't trust Carvalho, bro.
I'm not picking
In the
Milner.
Champions League final game tomorrow, I can't trust Carvalho. I can't trust Elliott. And
Bro,
I damn sure
we
can't
keep
trust
going,
Naby.
But we
So
got to
I'm
stop
not
doing.
pay-
We
I'm
got to
not
stop.
playing
No, but
them,
Johnny
man.
is though. We got to
So
stop
you're
doing
what
this
Klopp's
whole
doing
like.
effectively
Yeah,
then.
the sentiment thing, bro. Allow me.
No,
bro.
I'm not doing what Klopp's
Sentiment,
doing.
nah,
Because
it's all
if
the
Klopp's doing
sentiment
it on
thing.
purpose, that's the problem.
How
And
can
that's
we
where
still
it
be
comes back
talking
to
James
what I was
Milner
saying.
2022
But you
playing
yourself
Champions League
said-
finals?
You yourself
Come
said
on, man.
you trust Hendo more than Naby in the 8. That's what Klopp's doing.
And that's the reason why I'm sick of the fact that Klopp, and that's why, Cal, maybe you're right, that we have to start putting some pressure on Klopp. Why are there still players in this team who aren't good enough to dislodge Henderson from the 8 or dislodge
are.
Milner from the 8?
There are, but you don't want to
they're
pick them.
not.
Drift.
Naby and
No,
Ox
you're
and
saying-
Jones
you're
have
saying you
not
don't
No,
got
Johnny
enough
is. You're
body
trying
of
to.
work
No, but John just
to
trying to
prove
do.
that they can dislodge, man.
You're trying to
Well,
act like
well, how
Jurgen
can
Klopp
Naby
doesn't
dislodge
have the
and then Klopp
favoritism
always go
aspect.
back through
Come on,
his-
let's not do this here because there's receipts for Klopp on favoritism. Because the amount of times we said to Simikas should be playing over Robertson is a
Precisely.
joke at this point. Is an absolute joke.
That's
When
the only
Trent,
example,
when
really.
no, there isn't.
It's
When
not
Trent,
the only
no
example.
Drift, because you was the first person to say when Trent was doing the madness and Trent was going for, you were like, oh, why don't we just play Gomez there? Gomez can play there, and you never guess what, Drift. You was right. Gomez played there and played well. Funny that, isn't it? Right? Cool. There were other points as
It's a
well
different
when.
scenario, though.
It's not Drift.
No, it's
I
not
could- I
Drift.
could
Come
go to
on,
another
bro.
team.
No, that was a different
Drift,
scenario.
come on, bro.
Right, hold
The
on, hold
favorite-
on, Matt. 2020
See what I'm
season
I said-
21.
you
No,
know
because
what?
that was fatigue. That wasn't ability.
Hold on, when
bro.
no,
That's
wait,
a
wait,
different
wait. When
conversation.
Firmino was pulling up stinkers
No
back
matter
in
what I say,
2020,
bro.
2021,
Mm.
what happened to Origi? He got half against Burnley and got hooked because he hit the post. Is that not favoritism?
Drift, you were the first person to say, why did he not get Drift, you kept on saying, like, I remember at one point.
That is fair.
Every
All right, you
manager's
reminded,
got it, by
what
the
did you
way.
call
This is
Bobby?
the exclusive to
you
Klopp.
remind-
Every
you reminded
manager's-
me of
every
one more.
manager's got it.
And maybe Firmino. Remember
Yeah.
Firmino when he was like, oh, you know what? Remember you stopped calling him his. I can't remember. You made up some nickname for him, and you were
Yeah,
like,
you
bro,
did.
because you were so annoyed, and I understood it. You was annoyed because he wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing, and you were like, why not give next man a chance? Why, Drift? Because of favoritism. Let's not sit here, Drift, and act like Klopp ain't got his favorites.
Okay,
bro.
so maybe
That's the
Klopp's
killer.
more of a problem than I thought he was.
He's got his
then.
favorites. Come on, man.
So
have
maybe,
to be real.
Klopp is more of a problem than I thought he was. Then
Been
But
saying
that's-
this to no one. I've been saying this for a little while now. No one wanted to hear me. Everyone
But the
said,
fact,
I'm
no.
anti-Klopp
But
and all.
guys, the fact still remains. And again, I'm not saying that I'm
Thiago out
talking
for
facts.
6 weeks.
I'm not saying I'm talking facts. I'm just saying this is my opinion. If you gave Klopp De Jong and Bellingham instead of Naby and Ox, just as an example, Henderson
You don't
doesn't
want
play
them.
8 for Liverpool anymore.
You
No,
don't
no,
want
I'm just saying if there was
You can have
something,
Bissouma for 25, bro.
if there was some miracle that happened where all of a sudden Bellingham and De Jong play for Liverpool instead of Ox and Naby, the point I'm making is Henderson doesn't play number 8 no
6
more,
weeks.
and neither does James Milner. So even if it is on Klopp, yeah, which you lot are trying to let me know, and I'm hearing you, I'm not ignorant. I'm not going to ignore what you lot are saying. The fact still remains. The point is that Naby, Jones, and Ox haven't been good enough over the course of the last few years
That's
to
fair.
dislodge Henderson and Milner from the number 8.
I
So
think
it becomes a point where
some
even
have, but-
even if you believe it's favoritism,
Yeah.
the problem isn't Henderson and Milner. The problem is Ox, Jones, and Naby. Regardless of whatever way you want to spin it, it always comes back to those 3 players are the problem because they're not good enough
You know what,
to
Drift?
dislodge
No,
Henderson
it
and
actually
Milner
goes with
from
that's more
playing
Klopp,
number
you
8.
know?
It goes with the thank you,
that's
man. It
more
goes with the
Klopp.
manager.
That's more Klopp.
No,
bro.
no,
It
I
goes with
agree
the
with you,
manager.
but
That's
I
more Klopp.
just gave you the example that if you swapped Ox with De Jong and if you swap Naby with Bellingham, Milner and Henderson don't play.
Yeah, but why don't Klopp do that then? Why don't we go and get to, bro? We could have got Basuma for 25 mil. If he
25
didn't
mil, bro.
want him.
So it's a combination of it is Klopp's fault,
It's not a
but these men
combination,
ain't
bro.
good enough at the same
not
time. So
combo,
it's a
you know.
combination of
It's
both.
not a combination, bro.
hold
It's
on.
Klopp. He says he
So well,
doesn't
let's
wanna
get rid
lose
of him
these
then.
players. He doesn't want to lose these players. We
So
can't
let's get
keep
rid of
on
Klopp then,
playing the players.
because midfield is a massive problem. And if Klopp's the reason why it's a problem, then what are we gonna do?
I'm not going to sit here and say get rid of Klopp, by the way, because there's not a better manager we can.
But
No, we're not
midfield is
saying-
a
but we're not-
gaping issue.
but we're not saying
and
that.
every man's trying to convince me
We're
Klopp's
not
the
saying get rid of
reason.
Klopp, but we're saying no. But this is where your manager has to learn from his mistakes.
Well,
But what if he doesn't learn then, Matt?
Then we've got to have a
But-
conversation.
But then we'll have a conversation, then, innit?
What when we've wasted another year?
yeah, but we've got to wait it out and see how it
Bro,
goes.
man
bro.
just can't jump the
All
gun.
right, fair
As you
enough.
said, waste
have
another year,
to.
you know.
Fair enough.
But if you see me driving down the street and you're like, Cal, you shouldn't drive that way, you know, you might puncture your tires, there's broken glass in the road, and I'm like, do you know what, Drift? I reckon I'll be all right. You gotta let me drive down the road, bro, and you gotta let
Yeah,
me
bro.
puncture it, or you gotta see if I can navigate around it. You can't just you gotta just drag me out of the car, bro.
You got to let man learn from his mistakes.
No,
bro.
I hear that. But I'm fully up for that conversation where we've got to have the should Klopp go in like 8 months' time then, or whatever it will be then. Is that what we got to do then, boys? Is that what we're saying?
I'm hoping it never has to come to that, but
Bro, but I'm
no
hoping.
one's
That's
bigger
what I'm
than
trying to
the club.
say.
No,
I'm hoping that
from
we
what
never
you
have that
from what you lot
conversation.
are saying to me, I don't see any other outcome.
No, but this
No,
is where
the out-
manager.
No, the outcome is Klopp changes his mind.
Yeah.
Klopp barely changes on anything he's
No,
stubborn
no,
about.
let's stop that now.
Nah,
Klopp has
let's
changed
not.
his
Nah,
mind on
nah,
What was
Yeah,
the
nah,
last
that's-
thing
that's-
Klopp was stubborn about and he changed?
What recently?
No, just in general.
in
Having
general?
a big squad.
Well, I mean, he's finned it right out now, though, and
He
we've gone
hasn't
back to
thinned it
not.
out. No, he hasn't. We've got 7 players. We had 7 players out injured.
No,
at the
no,
weekend.
no. But I mean, quality squad.
All right. He
Where you
realized.
actually believe in the.
I got
players when
something
they
for
come
you.
on.
I got something for you. He realized, as great as Mane is, he can't do the left wing thing no more. He had
Okay,
to move man into the
That's a
center.
good, but he only did it when he got Diaz. But that's a good point.
No, but
Okay,
that's
so
the whole point,
one
isn't it? He
thing.
realized he could. But you just said, "Give me some." I gave
No,
you
no,
something.
no. I'm saying that's what. So what I'm
If I
saying.
can't
but
give you
one
something,
thing,
then you're gonna
one
say,
thing-
"Give me something more." I just
No,
gave
no,
you something.
no. But what I'm saying is one thing
Come on,
over
bro.
5 or 6 years isn't
He
a
dropped-
big enough
not
example
one
for
thing,
me
he
to
dropped
know
Bobby
that
for
Klopp's
Jota.
going to change his
He
whole
dropped
philosophy.
Bobby for Jota, and he's gone and bought an out and out striker.
That's true. That is true.
Okay. All right. Well, then hopefully.
Oh, raw.
Oh,
Can't really deactivate. Raw.
No,
All right,
I'm hearing,
well, then hopefully
Oh.
you lot are right, and he will kind of like he will change it up. Then hopefully you lot are right. But I genuinely don't necessarily think this is a Klopp issue. I think this is a squad issue. But if you lot think it's a Klopp issue, hopefully he does what you lot say and he learns.
Listen,
and we move
Klopp.
on.
Klopp
Listen.
has to take accountability if
He
he's the
does,
one.
he does.
Bro, all right. As much as people might want to look, I'm just gonna say it straight. As much as people might want to blame FSG, that's cool. For me, that's agenda stuff. And I'm talking to someone who has come on here many a times and ranted about FSG. FSG, John Henry and Linda and whoever else you guys want to tweet and blame, they did not pick the starting 11 against Fulham, did they? They did not give James Milner a contract extension. They did not say Ox and Naby are this, that, and the other. Klopp is saying these things. Klopp is doing these things. So we cannot sit here anymore in 2022 and say it's all on FSG. Because Klopp's come out and said, I don't want no midfielders. I've got 9. I don't want to block Harvey Elliott and Jones and Carvalho. He said these words.
No, and that's fair. But
So
what
there,
I would
Drift. Sorry,
what I
let me
would
put it
caveat
down.
that with.
If Drift,
Alright,
if
go
the
on, go on.
money's on the counter and the missus says to me, should we get takeaway tonight? There's some money over there. And I go, no, I don't want takeaway. I want home cooked food. That's not on her. That's on me.
Yeah.
But if you know that she doesn't really mean it, you're saving her face.
No, bruv, I don't care whether I mean it or not, bruv. I'm saying, she said to me, Cal, there's £20 there. Let's go and get a pizza. And I say, no, I don't want pizza. Go fry up some oxtail and I want some dumpling.
Exactly.
Because we've got that. We've got flour and water. No. Drift, it depends
what the takeaway was going to be.
No. That's not the point, though, Drift. We've only got 20 minutes before we need to leave the house or whatever. We can go and grab a quick takeaway. But I'm saying, no, I want home cooked. I want home cooked only. That's not on her. That's me. If we're late to where we need to go because I wanted home cooked food as opposed to something quick to eat, that's on me.
Okay, so
in the same way it's on Klopp. Klopp said,
"Oh no, I hear what you're saying.
He don't want to block Elliot. He don't want to block Carvalho. He don't want to block Jones." And he said, "What's the point of me bringing in a midfielder unless they're 1.95 m and arrive late and head the ball into the goal? That's the only thing I'm missing." Or what's
man even brought up Tyler Moulton, bro. He said he's better in the 8.
Words.
No, I hear that, bro. I hear that. So what I would say then, I would say, strap yourself in. Make sure your seatbelt is tight because this is going to be a fucking rocky roller coaster ride. And I'd also like to ask, if that truly is what it is, then why the fuck did we go for Chouameni?
You guys know my thoughts on the Chouameni thing.
No. But what I'm saying is, and I'm not even just talking to you, I'm talking to anybody who can answer my question. If Klopp truly believes our midfield is okay, why the fuck did we go for Chouameni?
You know my feelings,
bro. You know that already, though. You know that.
No, what do I know, though? What do I know?
Do you really want to know? You know, Klopp.
We've got no money.
No. I'm not gonna do that. No, one thing I'm not gonna.
Money?
No, we're not gonna do that, Drift. We're not gonna blame it on FSG.
Why does it always come back to
bro,
FSG?
I'm not real.
FSG.
No.
Can be a high man at times, bro. Let's keep it real.
There is no way that you lot can make me believe that if he knew he needed Chouameni, that we did not have a plan to change our midfield because we didn't think it was good enough.
All right,
so
let me ask
regardless of whether we didn't get Chouameni or not, the plan should have still remained, change the midfield. Because if you didn't think it was good enough then, it doesn't matter whether Chouameni is available or not. The midfield clearly isn't good enough. That's what you thought. That's why you tried to get him.
Chouameni,
but we went and paid big money for Nunes. And that's why we've got no money till next year to do what he wanted to do, which was change the midfield. Because if we had the money, we would go and get Bellingham now.
All right, so here's
if we had the money, we would go and get Bellingham now.
But what happened? Dortmund are going to sell.
But it's not about whether Dortmund want to sell. It's about if we want him, pay what they ask for and get what you want, so you can do what you want.
Sale. There's no money, bro.
Everybody's for sale if you give the right money, man. That's how life goes.
So basically, we should get bumped then. You're saying no. Hear me out.
Yes, that's football. Everybody gets bumped in football. It's 2022.
Drift, hear me out.
Was 53 million. Everybody gets bumped.
Bro, hear what I'm about to say.
Lukaku was 100 mil. Everybody gets bumped, bro.
Liverpool definitely want Jude Bellingham. Liverpool spoke to Jude Bellingham earlier in the summer. And Dortmund, I said, yo, we want him. They said he's not for sale, which basically means if you want him, you can pay some stupid amount of money and you deal with that. You've said it many a times. We've all said it. We're not a club that's going to get bumped. We're not going to do that. However, the one thing we can criticize Liverpool for is making Bellingham the be all end all. Maybe you could have gone for someone else and then go and still get him next year. That's what I'm annoyed with. It's not about you didn't get Jude this summer. It's about you didn't address it at all. You just thought the players that you have at your disposal, A, are good enough and B, are reliable. Those are the issues that I have, Drift. Because we know Liverpool, if they feel like they want to go and get a player, they're going to get a player. But I'm going to be honest. Darwin Núñez, I still think will be a great player. But Liverpool just went and just flung nearly, 80 M's on Núñez after one good season. So you could say we slightly got bumped, but we said, you know what? We don't care. So every now and again, we will do that if we feel like it's necessary. And here's the thing.
Exactly. He had a price, so we paid it.
All right,
but hear me out, though. There's not 2 minutes.
Right. Sorry, Matt. You did a summer show the other day, Matt, yeah? Talking about who wants Trent, Matt, next summer?
Barca, innit? Yeah, Barca.
If Liverpool say Trent ain't for sale and Barca offer 200 million and we say he ain't for sale, what's Barca meant to do?
Nothing.
All right, so what are we meant to do if we go to Dortmund?
Move on to their second target.
Exactly.
Okay, so Bellingham isn't even the same type of player as Tchouaméni. So clearly, Tchouaméni was a plan you had for the midfield. So who is the Tchouaméni type player?
Good propaganda, bruv.
Who is the Tchouaméni type player that should have been Plan B? Because what are you telling me? It was either Tchouaméni or a totally different type of player in Bellingham. Because them two players are so far apart in terms of how they play. It doesn't even make sense that Bellingham was a backup to Tchouaméni. They're not even the same type of player at all.
Were we in for Tchouaméni?
Yes, we were, bro.
How
there
do
are
we
very
know?
credible reports that say Tchouaméni was even at Liverpool training ground. We were definitely in for Tchouaméni.
You hear this
I wouldn't go that far, but I think I think he chose. This is from what I understand. We were definitely in for him, but he chose Real Madrid. The curveball was Mane. That was the
They
curve.
knew about Mane from January.
Nah, they knew about Mane, man. They knew about
fine.
Mane.
That's absolutely fine. However, you see the Tchouaméni thing. I said this already. I was like, are Liverpool being that specific to the point where it's like they've got a list of targets, yeah, and it's like Tchouaméni A, Bellingham B, or whatever. Whether they're different profile of player or not, these are the midfielders that they've identified and they are sticking to it. Because I'm gonna be honest, it does. This is just going from what it looks like. It looks like unless we done our serious due diligence on this player, we ain't going for him. It don't matter who people want to say that up for sale. We ain't getting him. Unless he was on our list, we ain't getting him. But that frustrates me because it means that you're not adapting to what's actually happening. I need Liverpool to be proactive and not be reactive. And even if we're going by midfielder now, that means we're being reactive because Thiago's gone down for 6 weeks and then we've got to find a midfielder. And Klopp was the first person to say, it's got to make sense now and for the future. I do genuinely believe, though, if Dortmund said, you know what, there's a price, a price that's, not crazy, I think Liverpool would have done it. But I'm not annoyed about that. I'm more annoyed about Klopp and FSG potentially thinking that our crop of midfielders are just good enough for a season.
Exactly, man.
It's not
Why
about
are we
Bellingham.
wasting a year
It's
waiting
not
for
about
Bellingham?
Tchouaméni. It's just about a midfielder.
It's not about players, bro.
It's about improving.
I don't. You know
We
why I
haven't
don't
improved on
believe,
midfield
Cal, that we can say it's just about Klopp, because you operate in the way you're allowed to operate, and at the end of the day, the owners are the be all and end all of how you operate. And if Klopp knew that he had owners, that if he went to them and went, you know what, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't necessarily believe that he was the first choice I had. But I'm looking at this scenario at Barcelona right now, and what they're talking about, 60 mil for De Jong. I've got to be honest with you, FSG. I truly believe he could come into my midfield and he could do bits. And he might not be in first choice, but you know what? I think that's an option. If Klopp knew he had owners that would back him like that, I don't think he would be so it's either him or nothing. That's why I'm saying you have to put it on both of them. And FSG do have to take some slack here, because FSG have to be the ones who let Klopp know he can have who he wants, for Klopp to be able to go and shop and get exactly what he needs.
How do you know they haven't?
We don't know. Everything we're saying here is speculation.
So that's what I'm saying. We can't say
everything we're saying is speculation.
So we can't say FSG aren't backing him when we don't know.
But we can't say they are backing him. No, but that's what I'm saying.
That's my point. So
we're really starting to lean towards this on Klopp here, and I don't believe.
Yes, because that's all I can go off, bruv. I can only go by the evidence that's in front of me, and the evidence is in front of me. Is Klopp is saying I'm not going to bring in someone who's blocking the path of 3 of my current midfielders, and I'm not going to bring anyone else in.
So that means Klopp's the reason we haven't bought players every summer, then.
Not every summer. I've not said that.
Because I watched JW Henry look me in my eyes and told me I will give Klopp everything he can to be successful. And then he gave him Sepp Vandenberg and Elliot at fucking 16 years old, bro.
And what did I do those summers, Drift? I cussed FSG. What did I do last summer?
No, but that means FSG lied.
Yes, so they have lied in the past.
So why did you believe them now?
Because I'm going based off the evidence I've got in front of me, Drift.
So the evidence is a long line of Klopp putting up with this, bro.
Hold on. Has Klopp never lied?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know if Klopp's
I don't know if Klopp's lied. I don't know.
Come on,
Nah,
Drift,
Drift,
bro.
come on. You must know that Klopp lied.
Klopp's never lied, bro. Is that what you're gonna tell me now?
I don't know, bro.
Nah,
And
fam, is he the
anyone
Messiah? Was
For
it?
anyone asking, I'm not even
Come
trying
on,
to
man.
say I want Klopp to call these owners out. But
Klopp ain't the Messiah, bro. Come on, bro.
But here's the thing, yeah. If
course
Klopp
Klopp
ain't
has
happy
lied,
with his
bro.
midfield, Klopp doesn't need to come out in press conferences.
Man said Ox was dynamic. He lied, fam. He lied.
Because man, them are grilling his team and he's backing his people.
No one's
Bruv,
grilling his
Klopp
team. No
will
one's grilling
lie
his
to
team, bro.
protect his team. He will lie, bro. Of course he's gonna
Bruv,
lie, bro.
they asked, "Are you going to get a midfielder?" And he sat there and reeled off and said, "Why would I get a midfielder? I've got this person, that person, that person."
But
Then
so
he went and said, "The only midfielder that I don't have is a mystical character, a 1.95 meter midfielder who
Mystic
arrived late in the
Gohan,
box."
Dragon
so
Ball
you
Z.
but you lot are going off of
this.
No, but you lot are acting very naive to not think that Klopp and the people at Liverpool don't see the slander that your likes of Naby, Hendo, Ox, all them man they get.
He spoke about it. Klopp spoke about it. And
Exactly. So he's going to back them publicly because he's never going to allow all the shit people talk about. Yes, he does. Because I do believe in backing your own. No, I believe in backing your own. If he knows these men are getting grilled, I do believe in backing your own. 100% I agree with backing your own. Even if you don't mean what you say. If one of you, man, was a dickhead and somebody said to me, you man are a dickhead, I'm going to punch that man in his face and say, don't ever talk about my boy like that. Even if I know you're a dickhead. Because I'm going to back you, man. But that's how it goes.
No,
that's how it goes.
No, that's different because
no, it ain't, bruv. It's not, bruv.
No, because
it's
no
the
one's
same shit. Bruv.
No, because no one's saying to Klopp, which one of your midfielders do you need to lose? Which one of your midfielders do you need to... He said he's got everything he needs.
Because he knows that man them are chatting shit about his players and he don't want to add to it. If Klopp ever said anything that was demeaning to Ox, Henderson, Milner, Naby, everybody would pile on top of it. He can't say anything like that.
So, Drift, why can't he just say, as things stand right now, I don't know what's going to happen in the window, but if we go into the season, how we go into the season, I'll be more than happy.
Because everybody would go, Klopp knows his midfielders are shit. Because people would take from that what they want. That's what people do. That's what people do. Hold on. So let me give an example of what I'm saying. And you lot will get
They wouldn't do that, bro.
No. If Sadio Mane got asked in an interview, let's use what he said. Everybody went to Mane and was like, what's your contract situation like? And Mane said, we'll talk after the Champions League final. Everybody went, he's leaving. Nobody said he's staying. Everybody went, if he was staying, he would have said he's staying. Everybody went, Mane's leaving. It's so obvious Mane's leaving. He never said he was leaving, but you take what you want from a negative connotation. Unless somebody actually says something positive, people will always go negative. So unless Klopp backs his players, everybody will go, look, Klopp knows his midfielders are shit.
What's
look,
Klopp,
he didn't want to back his man them in the press conference.
In your opinion, what's Klopp done? In your opinion, what's he done then?
I think he's actually done what every dad does and he's backed his kid. That's
what I think. Do you know what I think Klopp's done?
That's not what a real dad does, bro.
I think Klopp shot himself in the foot and he knows
fully.
He shot himself in the foot.
It is what it is. It is what it is. But I think he's publicly backed his kid.
He shot himself in the foot, bro.
And it is what it is.
So I say why he shot himself in the foot. My man, as Carl said, he gave some absolute spiel about our midfield when he knows that ain't true. You didn't need to overdo it, bro. No one's asking you for the characteristic or the specialities like it's Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter. Man's talking about Ox's dynamic, bro. You didn't have to give me some flipping resume.
He's been doing this for years, you know.
Bro, he's done this whole thing for time.
Because he's a great man manager.
Hear what I'm about to say.
Smart though.
Hear what I'm about to say.
If he wants to sell them, man, he can't publicly say they're not good enough because then nobody will pay the money.
I said this before and I got grilled for it. No one's not saying that. But what I'm trying to say is this though: when you're asked about something, you ain't got to give a dossier. Just keep it moving. When they say to you, "Oh, how's your midfield?" Just be like, "We got options, but you know, it's Liverpool Football Club, and we do what's best for us." Bro, there's nothing wrong with saying something like that, you know? You're not disrespecting no one. But when he doubles down and starts getting all anti and being like, I knew this conversation was going to come up. Let me tell you something about Ox. He's dynamic. Let me tell you something about Naby Keita. Oh, my days. Great player when he's available. Let me tell you about Jordan Henderson.
Called backing your own.
No, it's called overkill. That's what it's actually called.
That's what people do when they back their own. That's why we look stupid as fans when we know our team's shit
Well,
and we argue with people.
Do you know how stupid it is when people
It is what it is, bro.
Do you know how stupid it is when us as fans can see our manager doing the overkill thing, bro?
No, but bro, if we want people to pay 20 mil for Naby, if we want Juve to pay 20 mil for Bobby, if we want to get 10 mil out of West Ham for
I'm gonna make Drift laugh, you know.
Klopp sit in a press conference.
No,
and
people
Klopp goes,
don't do that.
That man ain't good enough.
I'm not gonna let the people in the chat do that because they're trying to talk about what I said last season, lip service and motivating your players.
Under the bus. He doesn't have to dash anyone under the bus, you know.
Drift, can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
your Liverpool manager. I'm gonna make you laugh, by the way, so get ready for it. Your Liverpool manager, yeah. You're already laughing now. I can see it already. Your Liverpool manager, yeah. I'm gonna say to you like, oh, midfield situation, like, what's gonna happen, yeah? And your immediate response is you're gonna talk about players, bro. Tyler Morton, who is not even really in the conversation, my man decides to bring him up here and talk about how he's not training in his 6th drift, he's training in the 8. This is big bad Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool football manager, yeah, saying, right, you know what? He basically said this, Drift. Yeah, Tyler Morton's not on that popcorn Chris that thing, you know. Man's on the pretzel thing still. So he's moving a bit more. He's a bit more weighty. You never guess what, Drift? He's gone on loan to Blackburn. But I thought you said like you're counting on him, like he's improved, like you're counting on him. He's also spoken about many players. Bro,
that shows what I'm saying.
Hear me out. He spoke about Ox. No, bro, he spoke about Ox.
He just made my point.
Here I'm about to say Ox. I said this before, Jeff, and I got killed for it. I'm done with that, you know. He spoke about Ox, yeah, talking about Ox's dynamic again. He spoke about Ox 2 seasons ago about false 9. He didn't want Ox to even sit on the bench for the last 2 months of the season.
All right. Let me,
and he's talking about how great of a midfielder he is.
Let me give you an example.
Where can you find that on the market? Drift, now you tell me, where can you find it on the market? Where can you find a more dynamic midfielder than Oxlade-Chamberlain, bro?
Let me give you an example.
Drift, where can you find that? I need you to ask me the question, though.
Let me give you an example of what Klopp's doing.
Answer my question first, and I'll ask yours. Who's more dynamic than Ox? Give me some names. Who's more dynamic than Ox?
Nuff, man.
Give me some names. I want names.
Can I ask you one question before you ask yours, Drift? If you were to say to me, Cal, how's things at home with the missus? And I go, Drift, you know what, bro? I can't lie. It's the best it's ever been. Like, everything's good. Like, we ain't had an argument in months and all this. And then I was like, bro, I'm so happy. This is the happiest I've ever been. Like, this is the best we've had in our relationship.
Best ever.
And then, would you then go back in your car with your missus and be like, I'm worried about Cal, you know? I don't think there's something right in his relationship. What would you say? You'd be like, "Oh, Cal's really happy."
No. But here's the caveat.
And I'm not crying or anything when I'm saying it. I'm speaking to you, brethren.
But here's the caveat. If we're having that conversation one-on-one.
He's double downing, bro.
But if you know everybody's listening to the conversation in the chat, all 1,100 people right now in the chat, I'm gonna know that you're gonna say what you need to say to not make your family.
No, bro. Honestly, I'd just be like, yeah, it's cool.
Do you know when I knew Klopp was lying? Do you know when I knew he was rattled? I knew Klopp was rattled, bro.
Let me give you an example, Matt, before you
I'm not going to dash my wife under the bus, but I'd be like, let
me give you an example. And I hate to always use analogies, but it's just how my brain works. I watch my dad, argue at parents' evening with a teacher, who was being disrespectful to me, and then when we got in the car, clarted me up because he knew what the teacher's saying was true. So he defended me in the hall, in public, because I'm his son. And when we got in the car, he rasped me up because at school I should never embarrass the name of my family by not doing what needs to be done and be good at school. So Klopp is my dad. He's sitting in a press conference and he's bigging up the players. And he's letting everybody know there ain't no problems here. But indoors, we don't know what's going on. Klopp is the dad of Liverpool. It's the same principle.
That's different. That's father son, bro. Bro, do you know what? Do you know what's different? No. That's father, bro. That's his father son.
It's the same principle, bro.
That's father son.
Maybe I'm different, but I'm gonna be real with you, yeah. You see, if I go Stevie and Robbie's parents' evening and the teacher's saying these two are doing this and acting up in class, I ain't defending him. I'm going to roast you up in front of everyone. I'm going to roast you up when we get home. I'm not just going to defend someone
No, that's
blind.
that's fair enough. Everybody's
there's two ways you
different.
can look at it.
Everybody's
But I
different.
agree.
But I
again,
knew I was getting cluttered up in the car.
No, but
Even
regardless,
though my dad was backing me at this end at the parents' evening, I knew I was getting cluttered up in the car.
but Drift, here's the thing though. But here's the thing, we
Is
can
what
talk
it
about
is.
that all we like here, and you're both right in your situations. The difference is though, Klopp is no one's dad. Last time I checked, Klopp ain't no one's dad, fam. He's the
But
coach.
he's the dad
and
of the team.
No, but Drift, we've got to take that out. He's Liverpool manager.
No, he's the father of
Drift,
the team, man.
Drift, let me land. He's Liverpool manager. He ain't no one's dad. Yeah. So I'm expecting him to do what's best for Liverpool. Not for this, and this is the problem. We get called Sentiment FC. Why? Why are we being called Sentiment FC? Because he's protecting players like Oxlade-Chamberlain and saying they still have a future when they got 1 year left. Brother, allow me. Even Naby Keita goes.
But Matt, you're telling me you've never had a dickhead in your family,
Come on, bro. We
who
have to keep
you
it
will
a
back
buck.
to
He's
other
no
people,
one's dad,
but
bro.
you'll tell him, bro, man, you're making us look bad.
No,
Because
no,
I've
that's
had that person in my family who,
No.
in public, you ain't talking about my
but
family
Drift,
member
what-
for shit. But in public, in private, I'll bad man up and be like, yo, stop embarrassing the family.
bro.
What's wrong
That's
with you?
fine. No. But what I'm saying is
Exactly,
this is
bro. That's what
Liverpool.
Klopp's doing.
No, but this is
No.
different. This is
Go on,
this is
sorry,
what I
man,
was
go
gonna
on,
say.
go
What
on.
I was gonna say is no. What you're saying, Drift, yeah, is right, and what Carl's saying is right. You're both right. But Klopp, to both of you, and you're both right, by the way. He's nobody's dad, bro. He's a
Not even the father
manager.
figure, bro.
Listen, no,
Hold on.
he's the man. No, let me land. He's the
Go on.
manager, and he's supposed to pick the team and pick the players that are right for Liverpool, bro. As much as I respect him being respectful to players that have done him the business over the years, you have to look at it with your eye and go, he ain't good enough no more. Well, he ain't good enough no more. He's okay not to throw people under the bus, but tell man you gotta go. You see the Ox thing, bro. When they were asked about midfield, you haven't gone to you don't have to go into detail and tell me about each of their qualities. I don't need that, bro. I just need you to say, listen, we're a Liverpool Football Club. We're trying to win every trophy. You know I'm the right manager. I will do what's best for me. You don't need to go and tell me. You don't need to give me the dossier about how Tyler Morton. But I don't care what not in a disrespectful thing. I don't care if Tyler Morton, what he's doing in training. I don't care if Ox is down there. I don't care if Naby Keita is on a better fitness plan. I just need you to do what's best for Liverpool. And what I feel like he does at times, and I love Jurgen. I do. That's our guy, in it. What I feel like he does at times, though, man, will overcompensate the team, bro. You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to tell me.
So hold
You
on,
ain't
hold
got
on,
to do
Drift,
that, bro.
Let me jump.
Come
in
on, we
quick.
just have to keep it a buck.
You keep on
He's
saying
nobody's dad,
someone
fam.
speaks bad of so and so, then I'm gonna stick up for them because they're family. The difference here in this situation, no one spoke bad about the midfield. They just asked, "Are you gonna do anything?"
A
No, but
man's
he
getting-
knows people are talking bad.
No, whether they know
players
or not,
know
Drift.
what's being said, guys.
No,
Come on.
Drift. No,
Let's not be
Drift.
naive, man.
No,
Let's
it's not
be
about being naive, bro. But you aren't like this is my point, Drift. If you've got someone mad in the family, and I come up to you and I start bad mouthing that person, yes, you're meant to back that person. But if I come up to you and I just say, Drift, are we going to that person's house? But you can't just start kicking off with me and be like, what are you talking about? What are you talking? I'm just asking, are we going to that person's house? Yes or no? Yeah.
No,
we
but
are.
if I know you've been part of the conversation where you've been talking shit about that family member, I'm gonna think, why are you asking me we're going to that house when you don't even like that
too
person?
far now, bro. This is all, bro. You take
No,
it.
but Klopp and the players know what's said about them. Come on, guys,
Yes.
we can't be naive.
Drift, I
Alright,
said this
alright, so
last
doesn't that-
year.
alright,
No, but
so
Cal,
that-
I said this last year.
So you're
though.
telling me that they don't get their backup when they know people
no,
are
so
talking
isn't it-
shit
so
about
wouldn't
them?
behind closed doors.
So is it
Klopp
even
can't-
more silly of Klopp then to defend them like this and still be trying to sell them then?
No, because that's what dads do.
What?
And he's the father of the team. If somebody's
you know
talking shit about your family, even if it's true, you don't let them talk shit about
No,
your family.
you can still protect someone's value. You can still protect them. But what
How?
I'm trying to say, no, hear what I'm about to say.
If you don't back them, how?
They ask you a question about midfield. Yeah, you don't have to go into specific. You don't have to mention names. When you start name dropping, you're rattled. The man asked him, "What are you gonna do about your midfield?" When you're name dropping, you've already lost because you're being defensive because you're trying to react and give someone a reason as to why you asking me a silly question, bro. Let me give you some of the reasons why, bro. You don't have to drop names. He is name dropping because for some reason he's rattled. And do you know what it is? I think he knows deep down the midfield that he knows that gets talked about a lot ain't good enough. And I don't know
So
whether
why
it's
wouldn't
because
he do anything
hear me
about
out,
it?
hear me out, hear me
Because
out.
he wants to
I don't know
prove
whether
people wrong, being stubborn.
I don't know
bro.
whether it's his blind faith or whether it's FSG, but he knows Drift. He's a world-class manager. He's won all the trophies that you can win. You're telling me he can't identify where's the weak link? I think he does know, but I also feel like you're overdoing the thing. When man
He wants
asks
to
you what
prove
you're
us
doing about your
wrong.
midfield, just be like, listen, why are you whining about my midfield? We're Liverpool Football Club. We have great options, but you're not name dropping. We have great options. That can mean many things. Let people decipher that for you. That's all
Fair
man's
enough.
saying.
I'll have to go. I'll have to go
Come
away
on.
and dissect and worry about how much of a problem Klopp is then, because I didn't think Klopp was a problem, but you lot are making me feel like Klopp's a problem. So I'll go away and I'll have a think about it.
Let me help these super chats. Cartel said owners of Arsenal, Chelsea, and Man United have used 2.3 billion of their own money. FSG have spent 6.5 mil so far. Success makes us poorer. Bun Klopp. I mean, I could say respectfully, where's that extra 2.3 billion got Arsenal, Chelsea, and Man United though? It's not about spending money; it's how you
at least
spend
they
it.
spent it.
Yeah, because they're trying to fix a problem without thinking about it.
But imagine if FSG even just gave Klopp a little bit of that.
And imagine if Klopp says, "I don't want it."
Nah, but Klopp's not gonna say that, man.
Based on
When
what?
has Klopp ever? Because when he never said no to Allison for 60 mil. He never said no to Van Dijk for 70 mil. He never said no to Nunes for 60 mil, whatever. Like, where's the evidence Klopp would say no if he was actually given the funds to
But he
buy
did say
the
he ain't got
players
the
he
space
wants?
for the midfield though. When he actually said that, he said we ain't got the space, and
We
he
ain't got
actually spoke
space.
about blocking people's paths.
Look, like I said, I'll go away and I'll have a good think about
Bro,
maybe Klopp's
you
the
have
problem.
bro, you have to realize he's joking. Klopp, yeah, is a normal human being as much as we rate him, but he can make mistakes, and sometimes maybe what he's doing, he's over. What's the word?
This
He's
don't sound like
overhyped.
a mistake. This sounds like a detrimental problem.
Maybe he's overhyping the plays that he has. But bruv, you will learn. You know why he will learn if he doesn't learn? Because the results will show him. That's how he will learn.
You said deep down he knows. So if deep down he knows and he still don't do nothing about it, that's a major problem.
Bro, if you don't get the
That's
results,
a major
if you
problem,
don't
man.
get the results that are required, you're gonna learn, right? Yes or no?
But you said deep down, Klopp knows this midfield ain't good enough. So that's a major problem if that's true.
That's what I think. I think he knows he's not good enough.
So that
I
means
think
Klopp's the problem.
bro. Klopp. I think Klopp might be part of the problem.
As though Klopp
But so this is what I'm saying. I need to go and have a think about
people.
this.
No judge aside.
Think about this.
All judge
It
aside, I
sounds
think he
like
hypes certain
like
people.
we've got a bigger issue than I thought we had.
It's not a bigger issue. I just think
I
everyone has.
No, it's a
flaws.
massive issue. It's a
I
massive
think-
issue.
I
Bruv, every manager has flaws, man.
I actually think Klopp feels as though the midfield is good enough. They're just not fit enough. I think that's what Klopp thinks.
I think he knows how good they can be. That's what I'm trying to say. But what the problem is, he overhypes them like they're fit all the time. He knows availability is a big issue for him.
All I'm saying is, I'm not putting words in anybody's mouths, but it sounds like Klopp's the issue at Liverpool.
No, I'm not. No one
In
said
this particular situation, I think he is. Yeah,
I think he's part of it.
That's a major problem. I
He's
didn't know
definitely
even existed.
No, but he's
So I'll
definitely
have to go away and digest that.
but he's also the reason we're competing. He's also the reason why we're in.
He's also the reason why
conversation,
we're the only team
like-
to challenge Man City over how many years,
so
bro?
It
Yeah, like
comes
that.
with. It comes with it.
No manager's
Akash
perfect.
Akash says that with the upgrade and intent our rivals clubs have shown,
Still one of the best.
we need to at least get a
Easy.
quality midfielder
If
and
not the
forward.
best.
And I don't think this is an FSG issue now. Klopp needs to stop being stubborn. Upgrade is required. Caliman says my captain Drifty coming like he's stuck. He's on Smack URL spitting some bars tonight. Nothing but facts. Keep expecting the Don DeMarco after the punchlines. Beijing says stop with the sentimental stuff. We need to get rid of who can't help and is not good enough. Ox is dead food. Bobby's legs gone. Thiago's always injury waiting to happen. Naby is not reliable either. There's facts there. Chris says the boys came out of the rubbish energy. Darth Cow, Darth Drifty, and Darth Matt. Welcome to the dark side. Yes. Beijing Barnes says if we do not act now in this window with our midfield situation, I have a feeling it will be like the centre-back situation 2 years ago and cost us Champions League football.
I hope not, man.
John the Second, big up John the Second.
Big up, bro.
Get rid of these biscuit A&E midfielders, including Thiago. Wow. Availability overrides the talent at this point. Certain men are nicking a living. I can understand why he says it. I don't agree. I can understand why he says it.
That's crazy.
Not the
bro.
Thiago bit, but
No,
yeah.
I wouldn't get rid of him, but I understand the frustration though.
I understand the frustration.
Yeah.
Bajan Bar says, happy birthday, Matt, for you.
Thank you, my bro. Love as always, brother.
Little Man says, Cal, Arsenal increased investments after Wenger. Sophie in 2018 closed a mega deal with Qatar Group. Kroenke got boost. Why all his teams are winning now? Apart from Arsenal. Hopefully that doesn't start though. Sam says, Drifty, you're cooking tonight. Pure facts. Mario was watching a vid last year and you man was saying the same thing and we nearly won the quad. Chill, let's not get so reactionary. 37 games to go, lads. Mario, I hear you. You're absolutely spot on. You're right, we did. But I don't think we can use that as a premise for this season. I think every season is different.
I'd also like to say we spoke about this all summer. This isn't because we drew with Fulham.
No,
we was worried about the squad.
Yeah. But I'd also, to counter that as well, Mario, we spoke about the centre-back situation before the 2021 season as well. And we almost missed out on Champions League football because of it. So it does go both ways, bro. Jamrock says, Matt, Pep is Phil Jackson, goes to the TP teams with the best, goes to the teams with the best players and most resources, requires a special coach to do that. Klopp is Pop and the Spurs. Is that that's basketball?
Yeah. Do you know what, Jamrock? You might be onto something there still. Yeah. Jamrock might be onto
something. I went over my head. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
No, I understand that.
I saw Spurs. I thought we were talking about Harry Kane and them, man.
No.
Seattle
Talking about
Spurs,
Popovich and Ginobili and Duncan and them man there. You know, like that.
Firmino's teeth. We as a team was thinking an easy game. Probably the attitude was wrong. Klopp even spoke about that as well.
Yeah.
LFC R786 says, Matt, he's been here for 6 months. Who's that?
That's about Diaz.
Yeah.
That means I can't talk about him apparently.
Shout out to Rack as always for the massive contribution.
All right, love as always, Rack.
Big up, Rack. Bless you, brother.
TG says, I think 4-2-3-1 solves a lot of problems, in my opinion. So do I, bro.
It negates a lot, bro.
Klopp ain't changing formation.
It negates a lot, bro.
William says, Jones is a left wing 10, not an 8.
I believe. I agree with that. I agree with
Cash,
that.
thank you, Matt. Speaking facts, these are hard truths. Cash, Fab's form has been declining since last season. Ooh. Debatable.
I disagree with
Cyrus
that.
one says, has Genie been replaced yet? Squad was looking good last season, but getting bare already. Ox, Milner, and Naby gone next season. 3 won't be coming in.
I got a question for you lot on that, just briefly. Is our midfield's unavailability down to the players themselves or how much pressure we put our midfield under? Because I don't actually think we have one player in our midfield that's not quote-unquote injury prone.
Both. It's both.
Even Jones is becoming injury prone. All I hear now is Jones is injured. He weren't never injured in the under 23.
To be fair, he got an eye injury last year, which is something you can't really say is injury prone. That was an eye injury.
No, I know, but have you noticed how often Jones is injured though? Like we're starting to hear it a lot.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like is it? I don't know. Maybe that's. I think Genie's the only midfielder we've had in the last 6 years who wasn't quote unquote injury prone.
But he's also mostly one of the most disrespected as well.
Yeah, there you go then.
Troy M says, my 2 biggest midfield concerns is 1, next season we could need to replace 3 midfielders, not happening. 2, if we don't get our priority signing, do we have backup plans or do we wait again? I asked this question. If Bellingham's the guy and we don't get Bellingham, does that mean we wait another year for someone else?
2024, 2024, man.
William says, why do you think Klopp's such a wet wipe when it comes to transfers and calling out the owners? Do you think he likes being an underdog or is he too loyal? I think he likes being too loyal. He's too loyal.
Yeah, he's not in his character to kind of just say exactly how it is.
You know what? I'll be honest and I'll rip the band-aid and I'll say something negative about Klopp. I do believe Klopp likes being the underdog. I do.
I don't think he cares.
At the beginning of the season, you would talk to Arsene Wenger, you would talk to Alex Ferguson, you would talk to Pep, you would talk to Mourinho, and then man would tell you straight, I'm going for the league.
Pep don't say that.
Klopp never says stuff
Whoa, Pep don't say that.
No, maybe not outright, but the things he will say will insinuate he's about trophies. That's all he cares about is the trophies.
I'd arguably say Pep and Klopp are pretty much the same. They both will play down their chances. Deep down, they both know they're not.
And obviously, like the Pep at thingy at Man City, I'm talking about like generally in his career as well. I'm just talking about generally speaking. He has become a little bit like that recently, but I think that's him just being a bit of a dick. But like generally speaking, he will talk about how much he wants to win. Klopp doesn't really ever talk about winning. And I maybe he does like being the underdog. Maybe he does. There could be some truth in that. There could be some truth in that. Maybe Klopp does not like being the guy who is like, you have to win. Do you know what I mean? Like you have to win. Maybe he doesn't like being that guy. And I'm not even saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying maybe he's not that guy.
Our lad said Hendo's performance against Leicester last year, thumbs down. That was a bad one. Official AMD in a smooth criminal voice. We signed a guy for 50 million. He plays a few games in a season. The guy's made of glass and paper. See, his name is Naby Keita. Naby, are you okay? Naby, are you okay? Are you okay, Naby? You've been hit by, you've been struck by smooth criminal.
Bro, we got to rely on man. Now Thiago's out, you know.
I hope I did that justice, official AMD.
Bro, you know, I miss.
Bro, he better take his Puritan from now, bro.
Elland said Henderson has
vibes,
news,
you know,
man.
Vibes, bro. Vibes, bro.
Dado1 says this is a great watch, my brother at Kopish. Bless you, Dado. Bless you, man. Slyros1 says remember Milner against Chelsea, booked every game.
But don't even talk to me about Milner Chelsea, you know.
Chris says Pierce just said Thiago's out for 6 weeks. FML.
Yeah, no, he's done. Bro.
Yeah. Slyros says
injury every season, bro.
Are you going Fab, Milner, and Hendo against United?
No, I'd go Fab, Milner, and Elliott. Actually, I'd go Hendo in the 6, and I'd go Carvalho and Elliott. Fuck it, we might as well.
Oh. Mighty says true in averageness. I would rather take the risk, to be honest. EMJP says it's not favoritism, it's trust. I think it's a thin line, bro. I've got to be honest. I think it's a thin line. El Lad said that favoritism or trust isn't getting us a prem.
It's facts. Yeah. Either. I'll go word.
Red Mist says Klopp has no choice, guys. He gets players he wants. He gets the players he wants. We got Bellingham. He's building slowly but surely. Or I'm guessing that says we get Bellingham. I'll believe that when I see it. I've got to be honest.
For real, when he signs.
I got told from 2018 we were getting Mbappe as well.
Can I just ask a question? I literally don't want it to go on to a caveat because I know we've got to get through the supers and finish up. Can Naby actually be trusted to replace Thiago for 6 weeks?
No.
Okay. Well, there's the problem.
Can Milner?
That's not the problem. Milner shouldn't be the starting lineup.
No, Drift. The reason I say that, Milner.
Let's not deflect. I just wanted to know about Naby,
not
bro.
deflecting. Do you know why? Do you know why I said that? Injuries. Milner picks up. They all pick up injuries, bro.
No, but bro, we always deflect onto others. Naby is a £56 million midfielder.
I said no.
So the question is,
it's not
can
about
Naby
money.
replace
It's not about
Thiago
money.
And be trusted?
It's availability.
That's all it is,
it's availability. I lied, Drift. It's availability. Not about money. It's availability.
But even when Naby's available, he still can't be trusted. So it's not just about.
Well, can Hendo be trusted?
Come on, bro.
No, but we've already said that Henderson shouldn't play in the 8.
But that's my point. So it's not down on one player. It's all of them.
It is because Naby's the 8. Naby's supposed to be the best 8 at the club. Okay,
that's actually mad. Still,
he's meant to be the second best. Thiago's the best 8 we have.
Thiago's really a 6. We play him in an 8, but he really should be playing.
Thiago's an 8.
He's a hybrid of both.
No, he's an 8, bro.
No, because effectively an 8 is a box to box, and Thiago's not a box to box.
Of course, he's box to box.
No. Thiago, that's not what Thiago's best at. Box to box players are robust, energetic. Like it's literally the opposite of what Thiago is, bro. Literally, it's the opposite of what Thiago is.
Drift, no disrespect, bro. That that one of them parts you just said that don't make sense. You know why? Just if you're box to box, yeah, but you're not robust, don't make you not box to box. Robust is just one of the aspects that you should be as a footballer. That doesn't take away that whether you're box to box or not. That just means you struggle with it, but you're still box to box, right?
A box to box midfielder.
You know what I'm trying to say? You can't say, oh, because he's not robust.
Kante, is a Kovacic. That's not what Thiago's game is. Thiago is a Pirlo, a Michael Carrick. He's a deep line player. Yes, he can do those things now and again, but that's not what he's supposed to be on the pitch for.
If you change the whole system,
was Pirlo asked to run up and down and throw tackles in and do all that stuff? No, because that's not his game.
Oh, he did that at Bayern Munich, bruv.
Every now and again, but that wasn't his game. That's not the point of Thiago being on the pitch.
That is his game, bruv. Bruv, do you watch the game against Chelsea in the Champions League, bruv? He's probably the guy that made more tackles than anyone else, bro.
Thiago
we're talking about the exception. We're not talking about the rule.
No, but Thiago...
that's not the point. Is Thiago's aim in the game is to be as creative and dictate play as possible. It's not to be chasing players and closing man down and running around and throwing.
No, Drift, what you're saying, what you're saying is his skill set obviously is a deep line playmaker's skill set. However, the way how he likes to play the game, how he likes to play the game, bro, he likes to get around the pitch. He doesn't like to just sit there and dictate. If you watch Thiago, bro, sometimes I'm like, bro, allow the running things. And why are you gonna pull your hand?
Because Klopp's telling him to.
No, but that's
he never done that at Bayern.
No, fun enough, he actually did, bro. He actually did it at Bayern.
No, you're talking about one-offs. I mean, like, generally speaking, that was not his role at Bayern Munich.
But again,
but
again, at Bayern, different system. I would even say that as well, though. The 4-2-3-1 thing.
Red Mist says, oh no, we did that one. Official AMD says, happy belated birthday, man like Matt.
All right, thank you, my brother. Love as always, man.
Rana Rambo says, is Milner Schuameni's replacement for a year?
Probably.
Peterson says, Klopp once said some of the Liverpool players are his friends.
And so they should be.
I'm laughing at Matt's laugh. I actually look. I'll be honest. I don't have a problem with him being their friend.
Listen, I've got no problems. Yeah, with yeah. I've got no problem with the manager saying they're his brethren, but you ain't got to even say in public.
We say friends.
You ain't even got to say in public though. Like, obviously, we know you're gonna I wouldn't say hang out because they're a different age group, bro. So like, yeah, they're his boys. But it's not like when Henderson and them man say, yeah, we're going thingy, Klopp's gonna be like, yeah, let me speak to my wife. I'll be down in 10 minutes. It's not like that, bro.
I don't think it's like that. I think he probably is friends with a lot of them.
He's friends with them, but you know what it is though? I love Klopp in it because Klopp is like the manager that I think everyone would love in it as your manager. Yeah. He's that type of guy. However, you have to be careful, though. Have to be careful. Have to be. Because you know what I can see happening?
Oh, man said, how many of us have?
Do you know what I can see happening, you man?
Friends.
Bobby Firmino have a barbecue, and he's getting
Bobby and Allison are the closest.
No, Bobby Firmino's having barbecue, and Klopp is invited. You know what time it is, isn't it? Bobby's making sure he gets that.
We all know them. Yeah. We've all got those people we knew that went on lunch with the manager. It is what it is, bro.
Jurgen, what are you doing tomorrow? I'm having a barbecue, you know.
Official AMD says, Jurgen, you are the father. Choi M says, there is evidence against FSG, Red Sox. I follow MLB. Sox fans have been peed for years. They feel FSG lack of ambition to be regular contenders after they won. They have a habit of sporting complacency. That's fair enough.
After 12 years, we know that in football as well.
Very true. Very true. I'm just saying on this particular occasion, though, I can't blame them without any evidence.
You man, I don't even actually. No, I won't. No, do you know what?
You man, one.
Yeah, actually, go on. I'll do it last.
Klopp feels Jay Spearing is perfect for his system and is willing to wait a year for him to sign. As Carol the dinner lady won't sell the Athletic. Code Condemned says we lost 10 points. Sorry, we lost points in 10 games last season. 8 of them Thiago missed. Premier League could be over by game week
Yeah.
4.
Oh, that's a bit mean still. Game week 4.
I mean,
Look, I'm here to tell you the hard truth. I'm not saying we can't win the league, but I'm here to tell you we won't win the league. Uncomfortable conversations.
I predicted City. I predicted City if we don't sign a centre midfielder. I still stick by that. If we sign a centre midfielder, we win the league. If we sign a centre midfielder and a wide forward, we get multiple trophies. If we sign neither, I don't think we win anything.
Just strictly the
Maybe
Prem. Just strictly the Prem. You man saying after game week 1, it's not happening.
I'm saying
no,
it's
like
not happening if we don't sign a centre midfielder.
Like I said, I choose my words very carefully. I'm not here to tell you we can't win the league.
No, okay.
I am here to tell you we won't win the league.
Okay. So you're basically saying we won't win the. You're basically saying we won't win the league, innit? You're just basically just say how it is. You're trying to say
we won't win the league. Would your opinion change?
It depends who the midfielder was.
Let's say
because it can't just be anybody.
No. Let's say it's Mateus Nunes. Does your opinion change?
I'd still be very worried about the point you brought up right at the beginning that Diaz and Salah have absolutely no backup, which I think is a major problem. But I would probably go up in my confidence by maybe 30%.
We win the league if we get Mateus Nunes.
I can see the logic behind what you're saying. I'm still very, very, very skeptical about Carvalho and Elliott being Diaz and Salah's backups. I think it's the dumbest thing Klopp's done in his entire Liverpool career.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that. But
it's the dumbest thing he's done in his entire Liverpool career. Neither of them are even wingers.
No, I agree.
Let alone the fact that they're young. Dumbest thing I've ever seen him do at Liverpool is have them two as backups for the wingers.
Me personally, I think it's
weird.
I think, even though we were shocking, I think it's a bit too early because even though I know that, let's say we win our next game and they win theirs, it's like 6-4. It's only 2 points, but it's one of the ones where I need to see, like, in my opinion, anyway, you can kind of gauge it after about 10 games. I would say is when I'm to be honest, when I can give my full assessment on whether I think we can win the league. Because if this happens again next week, then like you're kind of like, well, boy, second week running and we're doing another stupidness.
Because I ask you this, guys. Yeah, sorry to cut you, man. I ask you this, and I'm just saying this based off of facts, yeah, not feelings. Naby gets injured in the Crystal Palace game. No, seriously. Naby gets injured in the Crystal Palace game.
Go on.
Who the
fuck plays for the next 6 weeks?
Fabinho,
Milner, Henderson, and Flacco.
Yeah, bro.
No. It'll be either Hendo and Fabinho in the 6, Elliott on the right, and then
Elliott on the right.
And Cal, do you believe what you're saying?
Elliott will have to come into the team. There's no way I'm seeing a midfielder.
So what I'm asking you is, this Thiago injury surely is to kick up the butt like what Matip's injury was just before the window shut to get a midfielder. Surely.
We'll see what the club does.
Surely this is the kick, because that is Thiago and Ox both out now for a long period of time. The window is still open. Surely that is the kick up the butt we need to go and buy a midfielder.
I don't think we'll buy them.
Frankie de Jong would say yes to Liverpool in a heartbeat, you know.
Yeah, we know this, but there's that. That's a problem that we might not even be able to solve, bro, because them man know money.
Like, yeah, them man they got their own problems.
Yeah, they can pay him anytime.
No, bro.
No, they can. They can pay him anytime.
No.
There's problems in Barcelona.
If I owe you money, bro, I'm not gonna say to you, just go shop, man. You before the shop closes, and I'll pay you anytime. No.
But the difference to this one, Cal, is that we've sat down and judge jury has told me you're done. Like, I've got to pay you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a legal proceeding, bro.
And all that because it's still signing, man.
Even if Barcelona pay man when he's 49. Bro, and his grandkids get the money. De Jong is going to get that money.
These men constantly take off the tag around the ankle and they are constantly out beyond their curfew, bro. Barca don't care for rules. Like, when we're going to learn?
No, I get that. But what I'm saying is, Liverpool, if we were about that life, have got Nunes, Bellingham, and De Jong just as 3 examples of midfielders that would improve our midfield tremendously. No. But Matt, why can't we get De Jong? Because we're not serious.
No, do you know why?
They
Because
only want
his wage-
66 mil for him, you know. That's why Chelsea might be getting him.
No. The fees, not the wages.
Mazza as well.
The wage, bruv. Do you know that's the problem with De Jong right now? Them man, they need him to reduce his wages because they're saying the contract that he's on apparently is some criminal thing.
They're trying to change him back to his old deal, bro.
Imagine if Drift, can I say something to you?
O2 called me right now and like, Callum, we can't give you this unlimited internet anymore. You're gonna have to go back to 2 gig. I hung up so quick. I'll be like, come off my line, O2, man. What are you playing
Drift,
at?
imagine if you got a pay rise and your manager a year later was like, do you know what? There's been some errors still. Man, I have to go back to your original pay.
Yeah, the old manager gave me that. We're gonna have to put you back on old terms. I'll be like, what is it? Yeah.
First
No,
of all,
but
you're
what's
gonna-
that going to do if he became Liverpool? We can give him a fresh wage.
Bro, no, they're saying reduce your terms, or you're just gonna sit there and we won't even register you. So they're obviously they're trying to force. They're trying to force his hand.
Come on, let's be honest. If Liverpool said De Jong, here's 300 grand a week, Barca, here's 60 million, I think it would get done.
But we're not giving him 300 grand a week.
No, but why not? Because we're not about that life. That's
because
what the
for-
problem is.
No, but we know about the wages.
You
team,
spent the
bro.
whole time last season saying you don't think a player should earn over a certain amount. Now you
Yeah,
wanna
but
just
we
have
broke
money.
that now. Mo's got his money, so now let's just do the thing, innit?
Mo's
No,
the
but you
best
said
in
that
the
when a good
world,
idea.
bro. Mo's
No,
the
no, no,
best
no,
in
no.
the world, bro.
No, no, no.
You want to give
Everybody-
Frankie
every-
300k?
You have to evolve.
Sponsorships, bro.
You have to evolve. You have to change, and you have to adapt.
So
If
what,
De
bro,
Jong
that's
wants
mad
300
money
grand,
here, bro.
no. If De Jong wants 300 grand a week, and that's the option now that can make our midfield what it needs to be, that's not dumb money. If he wanted like 400 or 500 grand a week, then I'll say stop being stupid.
Bro,
But 300 grand a week is not the
300
worst
grand a
amount
week
in the world.
automatically makes him the second highest earner in the club, bro.
Yeah, but so be it.
But
300 grand a
what?
week's not a
So
dumb
be
amount
it,
of
Jay.
But
money.
doing what? What's he done?
Drift, hold on.
300
No,
grand
no.
a week is not a stupid
No,
amount
allow
of
it,
money.
Drift. Stop,
Drift, come on,
Drift.
man.
No, 300 grand a week is not a stupid amount
Drift,
of money.
Drift, I
Is
can't believe you're
Frank-
saying
no,
this. You were
Drift,
criticizing Salah. you know.
Is Frankie de Jong in the top 5 players in midfield in world football?
No, he's not.
All right, so he ain't touching 300k at Liverpool then. It's done.
But if
Let's
that
not
was what
put
we
five
needed
in-
to do to not waste a year and to progress,
But
No,
he's
it's
but
not
Drift,
the
that's what
worst
you-
thing in the world.
He's
We're
not
just
worth 300k.
He's not worth
No,
300K.
Naby ain't worth 140. Ox ain't worth 140, but them man are
but-
getting it.
Yeah,
And we're
we're trying to
complaining,
get
and we're
rid.
complaining, and we want to give man more
Trying to get
money.
rid, bro.
You want to give man 300k?
That's crazy, Drift. No,
Nah.
way.
No. You lot aren't understanding. 300k in today's football is
Mhm.
a kind of top level player's average
Drift,
amount.
what we
Drift,
doing
don't
here,
do
bro?
this.
We're not
bro.
talking about 4s and 5s. We're talking about 300. So you're
Nah,
telling me
stop.
that you wouldn't want
Ah,
Liverpool
Drift,
to give
Drift,
De Jong
Drift,
300
Drift,
if
No,
it meant
I
that we
wouldn't.
were signing a player
You were
that was
telling
going
us
to
about-
massively improve our midfield.
I don't know if he massively does improve our midfield.
Ah, come
Right.
on, bro.
No, do you know what it
He
is? No.
massively
Do you know
improves
what it
our
is?
midfield.
I'll be honest. I like Frankie de
He's
Jong.
not
Yeah?
8 for our system.
No. He works as like a Wijnaldum-ish type player because he
He
keeps the ball.
massively improves
But
our midfield.
but he's not a goal threat. And what do we need, Drift? We
No,
said we
no.
need
He's
it-
not a goal threat.
He'd
He'll
be
keep the
rotating
ball.
with Fabinho.
He'll keep the ball. He'll
I
rotate the
think,
ball.
I think he would be the type of player like what you lot are saying when Thiago's missing. And
He
we
works
don't
for
have a
City,
player.
not Liverpool.
He's the type, but he could also play with Thiago. Flacco, De Jong, and Thiago would work as a midfield,
I don't think it
but he
would.
would also be able to cover Thiago if Thiago wasn't playing.
Bro, De Jong
on.
is amazing at keeping the
He's
ball.
more
Yeah,
of the 6 than Thiago is, bro.
he's more of a City
But
player. though.
but then we would go back to how it was when we had Henderson, we had Milner, we had Wijnaldum, where it's
360
just an
for you?
but it's an engine, and it worked for that's how we won the Champions
Nah.
League, right?
That's how I know Drift is hurt. Man, City's
Thiago's
an
creative,
engine.
and De Jong is
Drift.
creative enough.
Drift, you said it's an engine, but it's
bro.
not the best engine, though, is it? We
So
can't
you're
just go
telling
and
me
get-
De Jong's got no creativity?
I'm telling you, for 300k a week, you better be one of the best in the world.
But I'm
coming
gonna
to
be
football.
real. As good as
Yeah,
De
but that's
Jong
only
is,
because
I
Liverpool.
think
But that's only because of the way Liverpool move.
I
For
think-
300
No,
grand a
hey,
week
no,
is normal
it's
for a
like that.
player of his level.
It's like that any club with real sense, bruv.
Nah, 300
You
grand for a player of his level is like a going rate now.
You
That's how
reckon Bayern
football
Munich give him
is now.
300k?
Probably.
No, they don't.
Probably.
No, they don't, Drift.
Probably. I think they would.
Who's more proven, Mane or De Jong?
Yeah, but that's different.
Mane's
Because
getting
Mane's
back
in
now.
his 30s, it's a little bit different.
Who's more proven, Mane or De Jong? Simple question.
Mane. But
All right,
Mane's in his
Mane's on
30s
about
now, so it's
300.
obviously a little bit different, isn't it?
Mane's on about 300. They
Yeah.
ain't giving
He's
De
on
Jong
more
that
than that, you
sort
know.
of money.
Mane's on about 350, you know. He's on
You lot don't
peas, bro.
you lot don't think that Bayern
Good
Munich
money.
would give De Jong 300 grand?
No, I'm almost certain they wouldn't.
I reckon they would.
Never.
What it is, De Jong's a good player, but for what we need more than De Jong. That's no
I remember
disrespect to him.
I was giving you De Jong as an example. I also mentioned Nunes and Bellingham as players who are available. That now that Thiago's injured, I was just saying we should also look at this De Jong situation because clearly, if you give Barcelona the right amount, they'll let him go. And I believe he would accept Liverpool's offer. He doesn't want to go Man U because Man U aren't good. He would come to Liverpool though. So that's the reason why I'm saying we should get involved in it.
Mr. Sinclair says, I only trust Klopp. Man didn't do me 5 times with my missus using my money. Serious note, I trust Klopp's actions, not his words. He didn't need a centre-back and goalkeeper. Man broke 2 world records within 6 months. He never once came out and defended Karius, Mignolet, Lovren, Matip, and Saka and all them, man, either.
He did back Lovren publicly.
He never once said, what do I need a centre-back for, though, did he? That was all media.
No, but I think he did say that when we had the injury crisis, didn't he? Because he said, I can play Flacco there, I can play Hendo there. So he did kind of a little bit.
But what did he say in January when we were down to the bare bones, when we just had Matip? He says, we need a centre-back, but we don't work like it. He basically made it clear what he wanted and he weren't getting from the owners. Hence why we all got the owners back in January.
And plus, sometimes you got to remember, you can back your own, but you're not going to say something that you know actually makes you look completely stupid. So we've got no centre-backs. He's not going to come out and say we're all right, because then he'll know it's so obvious he's lying.
Yeah, but he also didn't just say he wanted anybody, though, innit? He said he wanted, like, we knew what Klopp was getting at. He made it very clear, and we all listened to his words then. So why don't we listen to his words now? Star Dazing. Firmino is a ghost on the pitch now. Teams have clocked the false 9 and he's truly dusted. Please let him not resign. Please let's not resign him and get another attacker. False 9 does not work for Liverpool Football Club anymore. And do you know the only way it's going to work? If we get a midfielder. The only way false 9 works with Bobby is if we get a midfielder who arrives late in the box.
Now, false 9 things are done now. The
false 9 would work if it was the right one. If we signed Benzema, it would still work.
Era's over.
If we signed Benzema, it would still work.
No, but Benzema's not full. He's a complete. I ain't no false.
No. Benzema can play false 9.
But he don't.
Benzema is he's not a false. He's a complete 9.
Benzema kind of does everything.
Yeah, complete 9.
Yeah.
No. But you lot saying the false 9 not work. I think that's more that Bobby
Firmino has never been a complete striker. He's been a false 9. Benzema's a complete 9, bro. Different strikers, bro.
False 9 will only work for Liverpool if we have a midfield runner willing to get in the box.
Bro, Benzema can score goals, bro. He ain't false. No. Benzema can drop deep, but
next summer FC feels like that at the moment, Jay. Mr. Sinclair says rumors are LFC armored truck with our 600 million turnover spotted at the, I don't even know how to say that, Ciutat Esportiva Joan Gamper, the Barca training ground. Okay. Man even beat traffic. Damrock says, if there's a space issue and James Milner is out of contract, you have control over creating space by not re-signing a player out of a contract. Naby and Ox still have a contract. That's true as well.
That's very true, yeah.
Dado says, Barca donking of football experts of not paying. Facts. That's a great analogy, by the way. Troy M says, Barcelona still owe Frankie de Jong wages too. Also, Barca must have started an OnlyFans page this summer or something. Where's the money coming from?
They sold their levers, innit?
I watched the program that said that they've got a lot of money that's coming in the future from TV rights and stuff.
They sold it off early. That's all they've done. They've sold 2 levers.
They got money coming in. I'm sorry. We all know that TV rights. We all have a friend of known someone who's bad with money and always go, it's all right, bro. I'll pay you next week. I've got some money. Like that is Barcelona. Let's stop making excuses for them.
Barcelona are definitely that guy that says, you're fam. Don't worry, man get paid in a couple of weeks. If you just spot me this 1K, yeah, like we're nice.
You know why they owe the players money, innit? It's because of when it was the lockdown and they asked them to defer their wages.
Yes.
That's why they owe them. So they can pay them, theoretically, they can pay them that money anytime. It doesn't mean they have to play him before he leaves the club. They can pay him at any time.
They are all no. What they're doing though is they're also trying to. So this is what they're also trying to do. Just quickly, they deferred their wages, and the people that deferred their wages, they're also trying to put them on even more pay cuts. If you're not taking a pay cut, we're saying get rid of you. They're also trying to get involved by speaking to your agent and telling you, yeah, you see that money we owe you. Let's just
no. By
we
law,
understand
the
that
players will get that money eventually.
And
by law, they will get that money eventually.
If they didn't sign new players, they could have paid off the players they've
already. Yeah, no. They're taking liberties, but the nature of football is they're not going to pay people. But the nature of football is they're not going to pay people's wages and have another crap season without new signings. Come on, let's be honest. They're not going to do that, are they? So De Jong will probably get that money in about 5 years' time, which is a liberty. But he will get that money. It's not like he won't get that money.
Man didn't sign up to get paid in 5 years' time. Those are my wages.
No. But the players did agree to the deferral. That's one thing you have to know. They weren't forced into it. They did agree to it.
Yes, that's right. But we're also not expecting for you to take the mick. If you sign with any company and your company says to you, all right, you're deferring your wages, you're also not expecting them to take the piss. Do you know what that is like, bro? That's
it's owed by 2024. They have to.
That's like you signing, working for Nike, and then Nike say, listen, take a pay cut. Yeah, you got to take that pay cut, defer your wages. You're like, all right, cool, I'll defer the wages. Do you know what Nike go and do? They're going to sign other employees that are on higher wages than you. They tell you,
no.
Hear me out. No, they are.
Rafinha's on 30 grand a week, bro.
Bro, no, he's not,
bro.
No, he's not.
Matt, Rafinha is on 30 grand a week. Check the tape. Check the tapes. He took a pay cut from Leeds to go to Barcelona. Go and check. Go and check.
Let's say you're right. You think he's gonna stay there?
Okay. No. But what I'm saying is, even if they've got 2 years to pay, even if they've got 2 years to pay Frankie, what I'm saying is,
it's a ploy.
He will get the money. He will. De Jong will get the money. He will get the money. That's what I'm saying.
All I'm gonna say is this: there's no club in the world that signs players knowing they're in financial trouble and they can't even register them. They have signed 3 players and they can't register them. Why? Because they're in some financial chokehold. They're in a mess, bro. In fact, I'll even say this: the way they're carrying on, in about 3-4 years' time, Barca might be done. Like, I'm talking a whole reset. That they will be done. They're moving mad, bro.
I've heard they've secured a lot of future funding. So
no, all they're doing is selling off assets. All they're doing is selling off the potential TV revenue.
Because you know these TV revenues are big. You know, we're talking like 300 million per like.
Do you know they paid themselves money to make them look like they're bro? You don't know about Barca, bro.
Yeah,
but
it's mad. Peterson, I would take Frankie De Jong for 300k. Trust me, he's a beast. Fair enough, bro. I personally wouldn't. MNE4 says, Cal, would you pay Bellingham 300k? No way.
Innit? If you give him 300k, what's he gonna earn in the future, fam? Man's giving him the keys already, bro. Can't sign him beyond 300k. At his 300K. Age and his level, he's good, but he ain't 300k.
Troy M says, hypothetical, would you sacrifice signing a midfielder this season if it meant Florian Wirtz and Jude Bellingham next season?
I've just seen the worst corner of all time. Bro, I've just seen the worst corner of all time. Dybala for Roma. Bro,
don't try it. Bro, no, don't try it. Don't
no, that's what I was looking at. I didn't know what you asked me. What did you ask me? Sorry, bro. What did you ask me?
Roma.
No, he's at Roma. Dybala's at Roma, bro.
Oh, is he? I didn't even know.
Bro, he's giving a worse corner than Aspas. When you see it, you will cry. Drift, you're gonna scream. You're gonna scream. And then, sorry, Cal, what's the question?
Hypothetical. If it meant sacrificing this season, would you sign a midfielder? Would you sign a midfielder this season? Would you sacrifice it for Florian Wirtz and Jude Bellingham next?
Well, I don't understand the question, bro. I don't understand.
It means we got to play Milner and Naby for the whole.
No, I'm asking. Hold on. Would you sacrifice Salah for this season if it meant getting worse than Jibril next season?
Do you want me to
No,
I'll
no,
rephrase it. Would you
no,
play Naby and
no,
Milner and
no,
Henderson in the 8 all season if
no.
it meant that you could get Verts and
It's a
Jude
no
next?
from me
No,
as
you
well.
know why? Because nothing's guaranteed, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
Exactly.
Like, there's gonna be other
No,
players.
he's
that...
saying it's guaranteed.
It's
No, I'm
still
not
a
taking.
no from me.
I'm not taking that risk. And that sounds stupid. Okay, it's guaranteed. I want something now. So no.
Dado one says Don used to say only in America. Barca now say only. Barca now say only in Barca. Damn, Thieves. Excellent show tonight. My Kopish brothers. Smash the like for my brothers. Big up yourself, Dado.
Big up, bro.
Been
Right.
a minute still. Big up.
Just
Dado.
before we sign off, because it is the thumbnail, we've not even spoken about it. Leroy Sané has been linked to Liverpool Football Club, along with Brozovic and Matthias Nunes. Hold on, hear me out.
I'm waiting.
Hear me out.
I'm not laughing at you, bro. I'm laughing at anybody who thinks that Sané will come to Liverpool.
So
what are we talking?
If we were to
50
sell,
mil?
no, if we were to sell players between now and the end of the window,
Mhm.
I think there's a small chance we could get Sané on loan. And the reason I say that,
On loan.
hear me out. A small chance. I don't think it's going to happen, but the reason why I say there might be a small chance, World Cup year, and he's not playing many games at Bayern Munich at the moment.
How many games did he play at Liverpool?
More than he played at Bayern Munich. We've only got 2 wingers, bro.
Would he really though?
Yes, bro. They got a bunch of wingers at Bayern.
Yeah, but how many of them are better than him?
It's whether he plays or not. It doesn't have to be better. If the
I
manager
don't think
prefers Jabbers.
as much as I think, you know what it is? We just want to do it. We're not really the loan
No, I
type of
agree.
club.
I
You
don't
know
think
why?
we do it either.
Yeah, only reason because when we signed the set Kulka as a centre back, he played as a striker. We're not about that loan life. We're not about that loan life. We got Kabak
but that's
on loan,
why I
innit?
laughed at the thought of
Right,
Liverpool
Kabak on
ever
loan.
moving like
Kabak.
big boys.
Kabak was on loan as well, right?
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
a centre back. Kabak.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I used to love saying that, and then when I
Is that not
realised,
one of
bro,
the worst fucking windows Liverpool have ever had?
when I realized that, do you know what Kabak is? And do you know? Let me know. Do you know? I'm just gonna say actually, you know what Kabak is? Kabak is that Windows 9 PC that would never be able to upgrade to Windows 11. You know when it tells you you haven't got like the specific requirements, like not Windows
ain't got the
10.
spec. You ain't got
Yeah,
the
Windows
spec.
11, like the new thing. Man said you can't upgrade, you just can't do it. You're good at what you do.
A centre back.
You're
Kabak.
never gonna upgrade, bro.
Look,
Right.
we're in the mud because we're not
We're
going
not
to
in the
sign a
mud.
player.
We're not in the mud.
No, we are in the mud.
We're not in the mud.
We are in the mud.
We're not in
No,
the
We're
mud.
Liverpool
we're not in the
football.
mud.
No. We're Liverpool Football Club, and our standards should be way higher now.
No,
So
we're not in the mud.
we're definitely finishing the top 4, and we're still a good
So we're
team.
not in the mud then.
We are
In the
because
mud for me,
we're-
is finishing outside top 4.
No,
It's
in the mud.
frustrating.
In the mud for Liverpool at the level we've set now is won't win the league, won't win the Champions
It's not
League.
in the mud. That's a
It is in the mud.
disappointment. It's not in the mud, Drift.
Nah,
How
we're in
can
the
you
mud,
call
man.
Drift, it's not in the mud.
We're in the mud
We're not in the
because
mud.
that means that we're competing with Chelsea and Arsenal and
No,
them,
it
man.
doesn't. No, it doesn't. We can still
It's
finish
one
second
game. Let's see
comfortably
what
ahead of
happens,
them lot.
people. It's one game. It's one game.
Respectfully,
Let's see what happens.
second, third, and fourth.
No, it's not.
Unless you have a title race right to the last day of the season, there's not really like
Yes,
what's the
there
history
is,
book?
Drift. There is.
What's the history book say, man? Like
That
we're
we
going to be
finished
set.
second and they finished fourth.
So we're second FC then because we've done it a few times now. Like it don't
Yeah, but
mean
we're not
shit.
in the mud. Do you know what in the mud means, bruv?
No, in the mud is dependent on what level you're at, and at the level we're at, we should be guaranteed competitiveness for the biggest trophies. And at the moment, I don't think we are. So we're in the mud.
Yeah, I think we will be competitive in the league. I just don't think we'll win it, unfortunately, unless we get a centre
That means that
midfielder.
we're in the mud.
Not in the mud.
Everybody's got levels of mud. There isn't just one level of mud.
There kind of is, bruv.
No. There isn't level like Man United. They're in their level of mud.
Yeah, that's the
embarrassing-
mud.
That's the embarrassing level of mud. We're not in the
That's
embarrassing
mud.
level of mud. But when we're chasing the champions already after one game, nobody in the chat can tell me they think Liverpool can win the league right as it stands. And we're in the mud. Like if anybody here, hand on heart, believes Liverpool can win the league, please say it. If you don't, we're in the mud.
We're not in the mud, man.
There's different levels of mud. We're in that type of mud that's good for your skin.
We ain't in no mud, bro.
But we're still in the mud, bro.
No, we're not. We're just in a bit of
Nah,
rain.
it's one
outside.
game. We're not in no mud yet. We're not in no mud yet. Not after one game.
So Matt, you think
Not
we're
after
gonna
one
win the
game.
league?
Honestly, right now I don't know.
That doesn't mean we're in the mud.
Because it's one game.
No, but I
It's
just
one game.
explained there's levels of mud.
It's one game. I don't know.
But just genuinely, do you believe Liverpool
We're not
right
in the
now are in the mud?
No, we're not in the mud.
Sorry, can win the league. Sorry.
Yeah, of course we can win the league. Do I think it's gonna
No,
happen? I
will
don't know.
we though?
But it's one game.
I'm giving you £1,000 to place a bet on who will be champions of England. Are you putting that money on Liverpool?
It's one game. I can't decide for that right now.
Are you putting that?
I wouldn't make the bet
on
because it's not a smart bet.
No,
so much
it's
thing
my
can happen.
money. I'm giving you my money to place a bet on who you think will win
They're
the
trying to
league.
force the
Are you
agenda.
putting
All
it
I'm
on
saying is I
Liverpool?
don't know. I'm just being honest. I don't know.
Fair enough.
I'm just being honest. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know.
Star Dazin says Diaz finishing will be a problem this season. Also, Matt, remember the game when Kabak was running like he glitched, like a glitch Terminator software.
I remember. Remember when Kabak was doing the No, we move. I remember when Kabak, you know. No, big up Kabak still. He done his thing. But still.
People, do keep an eye on social media as to when we'll be next going live. Make sure you keep in check. Also, switch on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Obviously, make sure you like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. We are going to start doing subscriber-only chats as well, guys. So if you're not subscribed, then you're not even going to be able to join in the conversation. So
we should already be on that shit still.
Just
come on, guys. Are you going to be out here ghost watching, guys? Come on, man.
Yeah, just click the
As
button,
Cal, what was the percentage you said? Was it 58% of the people who watch aren't subscribed, did you say?
Yeah.
Come on, guys, man. Hit that subscribe button,
It's not
man.
high.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Like, we bring you consistent content. We don't ask for anything but subscription on the way in and a like, which is free. Do you know how many clubs charge you to get in? And we let you come in for free. Come on, guys, man. Hit that subscribe and that like button, man. Come on.
Precisely. Also got a shout out to D-Man from On Top FM as well. If you're a Londoner, you probably know of On Top FM. They gave us a nice little shout out on their station a couple of weeks ago. So shout out to D-Man and the Football Factory on Top FM as well. Matt Drift, anything you want to say before we head off?
Roll on to Palace, innit? We move, innit? Let's see what happens. Let's see you play.
Please! No!
Let's see what happens against Palace, bro. Let's see what happens.
Enough love, people. Until next time, stay safe, stay blessed with Team Kop-Ish. See you later.
Hi, Matt. Hi, Drifty.
I will.